Question for you. What business couldn't use extra income? Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Right now, Amazon Hub Delivery is looking to partner with ambitious Seattle businesses to become Amazon Hub partners. You and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area when it's convenient for you. And with each package delivered, your business gets paid. Sign up at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
It's one thing falling in love with a house, and quite another navigating the world of negotiating, mortgage lenders, and finding the budget that works best for you. Guidance from an agent who's a Realtor can make all the difference, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
It's time to dust off your glove, grab your bat, and hit the road for some baseball. But before you head to the game, make sure your ride is in top shape. At Axton Automotive, our skilled mechanics ensure your vehicle is running smoothly so you can focus on cheering for your team. Don't strike out this spring. Get your car ready for baseball season. Visit AxtonAutomotive.com or call 360-685-7976.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith from the Men's Room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
Unfortunately, what you're about to hear is real. The members of this radio program are simply not that bright, or what some people would call educated. They are merely stupid. They're not trying to offend anyone on purpose. And all have played doctors on TV. You have been warned and are cordially invited to join the party. This is the Men's Room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. You know what they say, shake your radio more than 3 times, and you're playing with it. You're listening to the Men's Room.
And away we go. Welcome to season 19, episode number 4148. Along with Steve the Thrill Hill, the Ted Smith, and Mike Hawk. Montgomery! And you are the Men's Room. On tap today, the return of Who Sucks Less. We will play Profile This. Plus headlines, Men's Room Shot of the Day, fun with listener emails, and everyone's favorite, TV Time with Ted.
Clack, clack.
All right, here we go. Florida woman looks to not be getting married this weekend after all. Meanwhile, if you grow weed illegally and post your videos to social media, do not show your haul. Bison get a day off as Yellowstone Park shows how it can kill you in other ways. In Las Vegas, the dumbest of some criminals will truly amaze. And an Uber ride brings back 2 friends who knew each other 20 years ago because they worked at a strip club.
Yeah.
That is all coming on today's very special episode of The Men's Room.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, Albert Einstein, he described the relationship between mass and energy in a system's frame. Essentially, the energy of a particle is equal to its mass multiplied by the speed of light squared, or as we know it, E equals mc squared. Cool. 3.14159265359, or pi, is a mathematical constant that is the ratio of a circle's circumference to its diameter. Awesome. A sonnet is a 14-line poem with variable rhyme scheme originating in Italy but then brought to England by Sir Thomas Wyatt and Henry Howard in the 16th century. Nice. Cursive. Calculus. 1877 Cars for Kids. My baloney has a first name. McGruff takes a bite out of crime. URL means Uniform Resource Locator. Reciting the alphabet backwards. Orange is the complementary color of blue. Lucky Charms are magically delicious. Every kiss begins with K. Typewriter is the longest word you can type using only the letters on one row of the keyboard. Now, look, I could go on, but I'm already bored. Nevertheless, everything I just said is taking up space in my brain, and other than Jeopardy or perhaps Big Dummy, it has never, ever come in handy. Ever. But that doesn't mean that we don't remember these things. And today, we want you to share the absolutely irrelevant crap that you have committed to memory, because it happens to all of us. Not saying it's not important, but chances are it's not, and it is highly unlikely that any of these things you've remembered you use in your life for any purpose ever. That's just the way things work. And that's what today's question is all about. What is the most useless thing you have memorized?
Be a part of the big show. Call 206-803-ROCK. Like the Men's Room on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Men's Room Live, and send your emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber with a special message for Seattle businesses looking to diversify your income. Amazon Hub Delivery is making it easy to earn extra money. When you partner with Amazon Hub Delivery, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra income and exposure for your business. There's no upfront cost, no delivery experience, and no long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
Selling a little or a lot? Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage, to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage. Shopify's here to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell everywhere. From their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system, wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout. 15% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms. And sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S. And Shopify is the global force behind Allbirds, Rothy's, and Brooklinen, and millions of other entrepreneurs of every size across 175 countries. Plus, Shopify's award-winning 24/7 help is there to support your success every step of the way. Because businesses that grow, grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at Shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast, all lowercase. Go to Shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
From fields to forests, warehouse to worksite, and shipping to storage, Pape delivers premier capital equipment solutions that keep the supply chain of the West moving. Pape keeps you moving.
KISW. The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Home Patrol's away we go. Welcome to season 19, episode number 4148. What a large and a charged program we have for you today. Guaranteed future repeat on this lovely Wednesday afternoon. The exciting return of Who Sucks Less. Steve, I don't know how you do it, but you find people in the news not doing or being on their best behavior.
Yeah.
You bring us the three stories. We determine which one sucks the least. Is it a brutal week in Who Sucks Less?
Now, this one's not brutal. It's not brutal at all, but basically, everybody wants things, but things cost money, but not everybody wants to give you money for the things that they want.
Okay. Who Sucks Less is coming up. Also, we'll have some updated locations on the Men's Room IPA from Black Raven Brewing. Keep in mind, we do have a Men's Room World Tour stop this Saturday.
Yes, we do.
The 88.4 Pub in Bremerton. We will be there from 2 until 4. We will have the sausage. We will have the salsa. Great place, great bar. I know that Suzanne contacted us today and said, what's your favorite pizza? I'm just going to put something on the menu.
And I was eating pizza as she sent that email.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I sent in my special.
Now I need Tums, by the way.
Not necessarily my favorite, but it's one of my all-time favorites.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I just figure like most people like pepperoni, but I'm not going to pick pepperoni for my pizza.
I went pepperoni sausage. That's exactly what I was eating, and I'm like, well,
might as well go for that.
I didn't email her back because I was just going to say pepperoni and sausage.
I mean, that's what I was actually eating that when the email came in. So I'm like, I will take this.
Not only do we have the beer brats there, Suzanne has great food on the menu.
Put the beer brat on the pizza.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Good call. Good
with
call.
Pineapple.
What?
I like sausage and pineapple. That sounded bad.
That really does. In many ways.
Sausage and pineapple?
I'm telling you, forget the Canadian bacon.
All right.
You put a little sausage. If you like pineapple on pizza, sausage and pineapple.
Okay. Whatever you say.
I have no response.
Right, don't make that.
I'm sorry,
list.
man.
Yes,
I'm glad you did not email her back.
So we'll be at the 88.4 Pub in Bremerton, 2 until 4, absolutely free. You know the drill. Stop by, man. It's a great place. We're going to have a good time. I think we talked about doing a little bit of Dirty Big Dummy from the old Happy Hour.
We did talk about that. Then I forgot. I'm glad you just said that. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. We have. Oh wow, what a show we have for you planned for Saturday at the 884 Pub in Bremerton. So
honestly, they're all fun. That one was such a blast last year.
That's a different thing going on there.
It really is. Good time.
Get in there.
Hopefully you can stop by. Oh, what else? There's so much programming things we need to talk about. Oh yeah, they say we have $100,000 from our company.
Which is amazing because they never have money to do anything.
Yeah. I mean, typically, if they're going to spend money, it's just for lunch for the sales staff. I don't know where they came up with this money. Today, those folks, they came in today, they're parched. They didn't have any food for them.
No
whatsoever.
food.
I'm like, what is going
work.
on? I can't even believe they showed up.
Yeah, no.
They didn't know. They probably didn't know there was no food available.
I guarantee they didn't. They would have come in.
Exactly. Those poor folks had to go get their own lunch like we do every day.
I know. God.
Oh, man.
We treat them so bad.
They had to walk across the street. Anyway, we got $100,000. So this is probably part of it. They needed to save some of this money, you see,
right,
to give to you. Thus, the sales staff gets no free lunch today. But here's all you need to do. You need to download the Odyssey app, log in, listen to KISW. You listen for an hour, that'll give you a chance to win your share of $100,000 cash. It's simple. Log into your free account on the Odyssey app. What do we got?
A text just came in from Suzanne at the 884. It says, Ted is gross.
Yeah. Suzanne, if you want to put that sausage on the pizza, no one's going to complain.
No pineapple, but the sausage would be great.
Okay.
Just say she said you're gross. I'm just reading her quote.
Yes.
All right.
By the way, gross was all capital letters.
Yep.
So basically, Ted is gross. That's what she said.
Yep.
Very judgy.
Gross.
Now, if you've listened to this program for a number of years, you know a lot of things. You know, number one, there are things that come out of our mouths individually sometimes that aren't always accurate. They're not always correct, dealing with facts or shows or movies or anything relevant that you knew something about. 5 seconds, man. We can look at the text and realize how dumb we are. It happens on a daily basis. We get the emails.
Quick.
It's you guys are on top of your stuff. Obviously, when you talk for 4 hours, there's no way in hell we can be right about everything. Just in life in general, you're spitballing, you're asking questions.
The show is 29 minutes deep. I guarantee we've already said 3 false things.
Yeah, without question.
Yeah, like pineapple is gross on pizza.
No, I was going to bring up pineapple and pizza. I was taking the opposite approach. One of us is right, and it's me.
Mm-hmm. But there are certain things that everyone has that just kind of stick into their memory, and it's there forever. I mean, hell, we'll take a call from Eastwood, who will ramble for 20 minutes before we even get to Big Dummy, just on general things that's going on in his mind and all the different things that he remembers and all the.
But it's
places.
weird because as insane as that man is, he's actually a wealth of knowledge. Like the things that he knows a lot about.
Yeah,
you just can't. But there's so many words coming at you. You got to kind of dissect, when he actually stated a fact.
Yes, exactly. And there's just certain things that stick into your brain, things that your parents. And it seems like the younger you are, for whatever reason, the better you retain certain items, certain things, lists, numbers, whatever they are. I can tell you addresses from when I was 4 or 5 years old and lived in Detroit.
Yep.
I can tell you the phone number where I grew up in Sheet Lake in Morgantown, West Virginia. I can tell you my friends' phone numbers. Mm-hmm. If I was in jail, we've already talked about this, I am probably going to call Cars for Kids. I don't know what number, if I have one number I can dial, who I can call.
They
you can use cell phones now, though.
Oh, you can use
your own cell phone.
No. I don't know if you can use your own cell phone, but you can call a cell phone. It's changed. Like, I mean, when I got arrested, that was 2003.
Yeah.
So, like, right back then, you couldn't call out to a cell phone. But I know I've brought it up before. People have emailed it or texted in and been like, you could use cell phone numbers.
Well, the problem
but you don't know which number you're calling.
The only number I know that is not my own number, and I would struggle with that one, is my wife's number. But if I go to jail, she's probably the last person I want to call. So I got to call Empire Carpet and Cars for Kids.
I could call Uncle Tim and Bernie.
Right. That's it?
That's it. No, because my dad, we sold the house. That number's gone.
Yeah, I don't know my parents' number anymore because now it just says parents on the cell phone.
Funny thing here, both wives, I remember both their phone numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And I have them locked into my brain.
Yeah.
Sure. And that's after even divorce and everything else. And the reason is because when they go, sir, do you have a Walgreens account? And I'm like, yeah.
Use their number. Yeah.
Places I've never even I go to Nordstrom once every 2 years. Do you have a Nordstrom account? Pretty sure I do. Now, they get the points. Don't get me wrong.
It's not that, but you get the discount,
I get the discount.
That is true. My wife, I'm convinced.
QFC, Safeway.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no way I have accounts at all these places.
If you have a retail establishment and there's some kind of point system or whatever, my wife is. It does not matter where we go because they always ask that question. Oh, do you have a whatever they say to you? My wife instantly doles out her number and there it is.
Do you remember your phone number in Rochester?
671. No, but I remember my buddy's phone number in Rochester.
All right, fair enough.
I do remember that.
I know my buddies too. Mine was 304-599-2886 for a number of years, and they changed it to 598. But that was the one.
Yeah.
For forever. So there's weird things that you remember. And depending on
addresses too.
Yeah. Yeah, what your general interests are, your favorite movies, songs.
But it's also stuff they beat into your head, right? So everyone knows the Pledge of Allegiance. Other than elementary school, when does it come in handy? When have you needed
nowadays
to do that?
a lot.
Doesn't. No, I get, but I'm saying, like, even in court, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
yeah,
it's not like you have to recite this thing like you do in elementary school. Then you're done, and I remember it, but I've never said it again, other than to make you stand up before class and say this. Mike, you can still say the Scout oath.
Yeah, the oath and the law.
Me too.
Yeah, Miles and I both got this.
Yeah, I mean that's
Okay,
easy. On my honor, I will do my best to do my duty to God and my country, to obey the Scout laws, to help other people at all times, to keep myself physically strong, mentally awake, and morally straight. 2.
It's,
And that's all BS.
A Scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent.
And you guys are none of those things.
I
but
know
you
that.
still
well, Mike's a few of those.
Mike is a few. Miles is none.
I'm thrifty.
You're thrifty.
You know what?
There you go.
I'm
Miles
clean.
is thrifty.
I'm clean.
You've got
How about that?
I wouldn't even call you thrifty, though. I'd say you're good with your money because you're not one of those people that, like,
right, you're not cheap.
Other people read. You know? Like, you buy plenty of rounds.
Right. Yeah.
You know exactly what I'm talking
what you're talking about.
Yeah. But discussion
Let's
on,
all go out. Why am I paying?
Right. You invited me.
Yeah. Okay. Discussion on Reddit about the useless things that you have memorized. We'll start with this one. The alphabet backwards. Anybody?
Yes.
Z,
you got it?
Y, X,
W, V, U, T, S, R, Q, P, O, N, M, L, K, J, I, H, G, E, D, C, B, A. No, F, E, D, C, B, A.
That's not bad. Now, my daughter, one of the things I hate the most, as far as my favorite shocking subject in school, was PE class. But the week that they did dancing,
stupid.
I mean, it was square dancing. It was all these different things. I do remember a couple of the steps in some of the dances.
Do.
But this is more of a modern era now when they teach. So I was at a
line dancing.
I was at a wedding last year, and my daughter was there with me, and she jumps out onto the floor, and they're doing the Macarena, and she nails it.
Yeah.
Right. All right. I'm watching this, and I'm like, you're 23, 22. How in the hell do you know the Macarena? Well, they learned it in school, and that was kind of their group's.
They taught the Macarena in school.
You could pick the song. So, like when they did their final or whatever, not final, but you're testing on your Friday, they had practiced all week to be able to do this.
Oh,
dance.
my God.
And she knows it hard. I mean, she only learned it for a week.
I mean, look.
But she's got it nailed down. I mean, it's
public
probably
school,
easy to pick up.
I would cut some slack. Right now, my kids are in private school. I pay money. If they come home and say they learned the Macarena at school as part of their school curriculum, I will pull them out of that school.
Side note, they changed the Macarena.
What?
What do you mean?
They changed it. I saw a video recently. I think it was even a doggone news story recently. They changed the frickin' Macarena.
I don't even know the first. I know when people are doing it.
Or was somebody like, we should change it?
There was a group line dancing with it. I didn't think, because I thought the same thing as like, you can't just change it. But like, everybody was doing it.
Wait,
Like,
how
what are
do
we
they let
doing?
people know that they... Look, I can't do it in the first place. I recognize when people are doing it. I don't know it. I don't care. The song is stupid, right? That's just my position. Never going to do it. But still don't change it.
I know.
I mean, the dance is a dance, right? I can't tango, but the tango's the tango. You can't just change what the tango is.
Well, and I think generally throughout when you learn dances, like when we did it, I went to private school, but it was during gym class.
Dude, I know.
Yep.
Look, I had to do square dancing in gym class. Again, it's a public school. It was still stupid. It's a waste of time. Sadly, like you, Miles, I probably still could do it if I find myself in a place with a square dance, which I won't. But right now, I'm like, man, if I'm paying money and you waste my kids' goddamn time and my money to teach them the Macarena, like,
okay,
have a problem.
This is much more important. You tell me what this is.
All right.
Talc,
Powder.
gypsum, calcite, fluorite, apatite, feldspar, quartz, topaz, corundum, diamond. What is that? What scale is that?
What scale?
Yeah. This is what you actually should learn in school.
I mean,
Say
I
it
know
again?
it's hardness.
Talc, gypsum, that's it, the rock hardness scale.
Okay, yeah, I did know that. And again, but here's the thing.
I'd rather
but
know
it doesn't matter.
I'd rather know the Macarena and be able to get there and dance with my daughter at a wedding than know that. If I'm talking my boys, I'll be like, oh, this is the softest rock.
You can't do-
I don't
so-
care.
I actually do that every time. I'm like, actually, you know what? This is the softest
Look,
rock.
I like trivia. I like useless stuff. Yeah. That's why we do Big Dummy, right? We're not going to ask you anything important ever. Jeopardy never asks you anything important, but I will watch it. But in the end, I do recognize none of this matters. It just doesn't. And then I go, why do I know this? Like, we'll watch Jeopardy and I'll answer something. And my daughter's like, why do you know that? I'm like, baby, I have no effing idea. I have no idea why I know that, but I do. But the only time it matters is when Ken Jennings asks the question. It does not come up in conversation.
All right.
Seriously, other than Big Dummy, when do we talk about any of the stuff on Big Dummy?
There's one person in this room that can answer this
I
one.
do, but I'm also that guy that's always like, hey, fun fact.
Right. Yeah.
And I mean, look, at the bar, that's cool. Like Bison Buffalo, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, but I like the fact you point out, like, they're not Buffalo.
I know
they're
it's
Bison.
in
And now we know,
I
but
know
it doesn't matter.
I know it's in song, but what are all Santa's reindeer?
Oh, hang
Mike
on.
knows it.
Don't sing it, though.
Yep,
Can
yep.
you say it? Can you recite them without singing it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen.
I never. How about the
What
Seven
about
Dwarfs?
the famous reindeer, most famous reindeer of all?
Yeah, everybody knows Rudolph, but he was only the one time. Like, he's not a regular in Santa's repertoire.
How about the names of the dwarves in Snow White?
Yes, you got Duck, you got Happy, you got Dopey, you got Grumpy, you got Sneezy, Bashful, Sleepy. Am I
I
missing
think you said
anybody?
Sleepy twice.
Did I say Sleepy twice? Who am I missing?
Sleazy.
Sleazy.
Scuzzy, Scummy,
Horny.
Cracky, Methy. Hold on. So Bashful, Happy,
Yep, Doc,
Dopey,
Grumpy, Sleepy, Sneezy.
Now,
Sneezy. Okay, there you go.
now you think
Sneezy.
if you've
dumbass dwarf.
if you've if you listen to the radio for a number of years, maybe you've had some favorite shows
Sure.
that have done some favorite bits, morning shows that you listen to, guests that they bring on, favorite comedians that show up on the show. There's all kinds of stuff that your favorite song, your favorite lyric. Here's some of the things that people have remembered from the radio.
By the way, somebody just said you guys sound like a cult reciting the alphabet.
Yes, we do.
Yep. Okay. All right. This is what one person said they remember the most about listening to the radio.
Okay.
Okay. Now, you have a friend in the diamond business. The Shane Company, off Highway 217 across from the Washington Square Mall and Shoals Ferry Road. Open Monday through Friday till 8, Saturday and Sunday till 5. Online at shaneco.com. That's what the guy remembers. That's
The whole
what he
thing.
remembers from listening to the radio.
My kids, we'll sit in the car, we're listening to the radio. Sometimes they'll sing a song, but once it goes to commercial break, like word for word, they say every frickin' commercial. The O'Reilly Auto Parts. My daughter,
O'Reilly.
she sang that thing like it was a Billie Eilish hit, man. Oh, my God.
Oh,
She
my God.
turned up the radio. I'm like, it's an ad. But, I mean, she was sitting in the back and, O'Reilly. And then, ow, at the end. That
My
was a big
buddy's
thing.
kid for a while was obsessed with the Daisy song.
A
Little
Dial Up a Daisy.
So I was like, does she even eat sour cream?
Yeah, exactly. Like my daughter does not own a car, but O'Reilly Auto Parts, it means something to her.
Well, when I first got to Baltimore, there was a couple of those just local jingles, like Mars supermarkets, which are not around here. It was a local thing there, but there was this one guy. His name was Coach Buzz.
Oh my God!
And he was the spokesperson for Salvo Auto Parts.
It's like he had a stroke and was struck by lightning.
I did not know that he did in fact have a stroke. So
My bad, sorry.
So when I was listening to this guy, he's like, hey, it's Coach Buzz. It sounded like he was just 3 sheets to the wind.
And he's not exactly. That's
Coach
exactly what
Buzz
the
from South Bay Auto Parts. Come on down. And then they have a jingle at the end, right? But you knew the jingle. But Coach Buzz just came in the middle and just sounded like somebody who was this close to either passing out or dying.
He really did.
But that's how you remember.
But they had a very catchy jingle.
There's been a number of times that I've gone into VD's office like, why in the world did they get this guy to voice this spot? His voice is absolutely awful. He says, because they remember the voice.
Again, that's Tom Shane. Tom Shane even said at some point years ago when they asked him about it, it's like, I know what my voice sounds like, but everyone listens to me when I talk because it just kind of drones and it's nasally. And he's like, I just got to get the message out there. That's why they listen to me. You know my voice. That Cars for Kids. Even my kids want to beat up the kids in the Cars for Kids. They effing hate them, right? And I explained to my son, I said, look, man, everyone on this planet hates those kids, okay? But the reason it works is because everyone knows that number. That song pisses you off so badly, but I'm like, I have given stuff to Cars for Kids because they have all kinds of different things in addition to cars, but I'm like, because I know the number.
If you need to get your floors done, what phone number are you calling?
I'm calling Empire Carpet.
What's the number? What's the number?
1-800-588-237-237. Damn it.
No, you're not calling Empire.
I can't call them.
588-2300-EMPIRE. Call today.
Actually, when somebody threw a rock through our windshield on I-5 last year, right? The rock hit the windshield, and we're pissed. The windshield's cracked. My wife's like, man, what do we do? Instantly, I'm like, Safe Flat Repairs, Safe Flat. Yeah. They got a call. Top of mind, man.
What was the guy who used to own the Men's Warehouse? George Zimmer? What was it?
George Zimmer.
It sounded like he smoked like 9 packs of cigarettes before he cut every
You're gonna look the way you look.
Why?
I guarantee
You guarantee it. I mean, and you know, if you're serving the guy dinner in a restaurant, you're later you're like,
you're gonna like this dish. I guarantee it, George.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Sizzler. I'm also a bookie on the side. Cash only.
Our question, what's the most useless thing that you have memorized? 206-803-ROCK.
It's one thing falling in love with a house, and quite another navigating the world of negotiating, mortgage lenders, and finding the budget that works best for you. Guidance from an agent who's a Realtor can make all the difference, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
For those in the market for flavor, there's Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, a flavorful drink that's a modern twist on a Mexican street classic, with 4 vibrant and refreshing flavors. Pineapple, watermelon, hibiscus, and cucumber lime, made with a splash of real fruit juice. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas are perfect for any fiesta, small or big. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, boldly authentic, vibrantly flavorful. Drink responsibly. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas flavored beers imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Hibiscus contains juice only for color. For those in the market for flavor, there's Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, a flavorful drink that's a modern twist on a Mexican street classic, with 4 vibrant and refreshing flavors. Pineapple, watermelon, hibiscus, and cucumber lime, made with a splash of real fruit juice. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas are perfect for any fiesta, small or big. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, boldly authentic, vibrantly flavorful. Drink responsibly. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas flavored beers imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Hibiscus contains juice only for color.
Looking for a great deal on a John Deere compact tractor? Don't miss this special offer. Right now, Pape Machinery is offering 0% financing for 84 months on select John Deere compact utility tractors. Pick up a premium John Deere machine and start transforming your property today. Stop by Pape Machinery Ag and Turf at 830 Evergreen Street in Linden to get started. Financing offer valid through July 31st. On approved credit only. Eligible models include 1 Series, 2 Series, and 3 E-Series tractors. See dealer for details.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, lots of pop quizzes today. Steve, I got one for you.
All right.
In order. Every single member of KISS. Now, they started with the original 4, Peter, Ace, Gene, and Paul. 2 have remained throughout the history of the band. That would be Gene and Paul. In order, tell me the replacements. I believe there were 3 drummers altogether.
Peter, Chris,
but in order. So the
Eric Carr.
Okay.
Benny Vincent. Mark St. John. Bruce Kulick. Eric Singer. Tommy Thayer.
That's it.
That's the order. I used to be able to say the order of every KISS song on every album between 74 and 83.
Yeah.
Now I can't do it in order anymore. There's a couple of them that I still could, but certainly
too bad they retired because now no one cares.
Yeah, no one cares anymore.
Just sitting in there. It'd be nice. Like, remember when you could go into your computer?
You can still use KISS knowledge at 1,000 bars and 1,000.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You never used to, like, compress files and get rid of, so you have more memory available, in your computer. It'd be nice to be able to do that in your brain. Like, do I really need to know this anymore?
I don't need to know this anymore.
Could I just replace that with some new knowledge?
I mean, honestly, like anything I learned in school after 6th grade, nothing against schools, but like as far as my life goes, like I said, outside of Jeopardy and Big Dummy, none of it comes in handy in any capacity in my life.
What is the most useless thing that you have memorized? 206-803-ROCK.
And I'm wondering what kind of pop quiz I'm going to get later.
I've already got it right
we
here.
got one for you. And I think you're going to do well. Hello, Mike. Welcome to the men's room.
Hi. Hola.
Hola.
How's it going, guys?
Doing great.
So my useless thing I can do is I can say the ABCs backwards.
Can you do it quickly?
I can do it fast. I can do it slow. Which one do you want?
Give me the quick, man.
Quick? All right. Ready? Mm-hmm. ZYXWVUTSRQPONMLKJHGFEDCBA.
All right. Now let me ask you a question. Is this honestly a test if you have been pulled over and they think you're inebriated?
I have been asked that before.
To do it backwards?
What?
Have they asked you to do it backwards?
Yes, and I did it backwards, and the officer said, unfortunately, I still got to take you to jail.
I mean, my thing is...
So it doesn't really matter then, does it? Like, let's say,
like that's the only time that would matter.
Is it worth memorizing? Is there a real practical application for this? Because if you do it correctly and you did it that fast and you're still going to jail, I'm not taking the time to memorize it.
Right.
Right. So my grandpa actually, when I got in trouble when I was a kid, you know the old placemats that had the alphabet on the top of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he'd put me in the corner, and he'd tell me, okay, learn like 4 or 6 of them backwards, and I quickly learned the alphabet backwards.
Okay, well.
So ever since you're a little kid, this has been in your brain?
Yeah, unfortunately. 33 years old, and can't get rid of it.
There really is no practical application for that.
No, I mean, like you said, if you went to jail anyway, because look, if a cop pulled me over, thought I was drunk, and said do it backwards, well, brother, sober, drunk.
I can't do it.
I can't do it. What,
yeah. I'll stand on one foot, but I can't do the alphabet backwards.
Right. That's what he said to me. He said typically people sell themselves out and say, I can't do it when I'm sober, so.
Oh, I see that now. Oh, I see. That's the answer they're looking for. In other words, implying that you are drunk.
Yeah, he had a fun laugh about that. He was like, well, I've never actually had anyone be able to do that, but unfortunately, we're still going.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff is just see how you react to the question.
Then I think what I'm going to say then is like, I'm starting to be honest with you. I can only do that when I'm drunk.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, like I struggle to say it regular, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, with you, Ted, I'd be like, just say the alphabet. Just say the alphabet.
What is the most useless thing that you've memorized? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Tom. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
So my useless thing is knowledge of what's called Fermat's conjecture. It's a math thing that a mathematician named Fermat allegedly proved, and it was kind of a holy grail of math for a couple hundred years.
Like Fermat paradox kind of thing?
Well, I haven't heard it called that, but what it is essentially a formula, and it's A to the n plus B to the n equals C to the n. You can't have any n greater than 2 for A, B, and C integers. And the reason I know it is because it was kind of the holy grail of math, and I was a math major in college.
Okay, well, that's different. Like, so, and that's a lot of these things we're talking about. Like, for people like us doing this show, what you just said means absolutely nothing.
I don't know the practical application of it.
Right. If you're a math major, like someone like my brother, I'm sure he uses these equations in his life. You know, like we said, E equals MC squared. Great. Everyone has heard the equation. It does not apply to anything I do. I know that it affects a great many of the products that I use, you know, GPS, but like, I don't use this stuff. My brother uses this stuff. Calculus, right?
Right.
I understand what calculus is, but it never, ever, ever, ever comes up for me. It just doesn't.
No.
And again, for my brother, sure. Trigonometry, sure. But for the rest of us, like, nothing. But let me ask you this. So you're a math major, then what? What do you get a job doing as a math major?
Actually, I went into the Air Force and I was a flyer. I started out as a navigator, and then I became a pilot.
Okay. How often has the stuff that you studied as a math major come into your practical life?
Never really college material. You don't really need much more than geometry, quite honestly. And so my major was simply to get a degree, to become an officer, to become a flyer.
Okay.
We're on a plane. The pilot has a heart attack. Can someone land this plane? Are you the guy?
Yeah, I could.
You could land a 737. So the pilot, something happens. They ate the chicken instead of the fish. Things are not good.
I have about 4,000 hours of heavy jet time.
Oh, wow.
All right.
Okay.
So you definitely could land the plane.
What about light jet time?
Yeah, maybe we're on a private jet.
About 60 hours.
All right, yeah, what if it's a Cessna?
I could land that.
All right.
You're pretty confident about that.
Oh, he's got all the hours, man. Hell yeah.
Well, yeah.
All right, let me ask you this. Based on your knowledge of flying a heavy jet, because Miles contends that in the event that the pilot goes down, again...
I'm jumping up.
He says, I'm running to the cockpit. I'm landing this bitch. Now, he knows as much as the rest of us average people know about landing a plane.
Zero.
That's exactly my point. So what are the odds, do you believe, Tom?
I got the tower in my ear.
That Miles could... Right, the tower's explaining to him what to do. What do you think the odds are that Miles successfully saves all the passengers on this flight?
Get it together, man.
Honestly, I'd say very little. It's
right.
really a skill that you've got to practice.
All right. Back to the heavy flying. Did you have to figure in weight based on runway length as far as being able to take off and land, as far as brakes or acceleration, or, did that all kind of figure into your math knowledge?
Honestly, the math knowledge that I took in the classes were way beyond whatever really needed to figure all that stuff out.
All right. Okay.
My wife and I were trying to figure out, we're like, wait a minute. So we're getting ready to fly to Delaware, right, next month. And it costs as much to fly to Delaware as it does to fly to London.
Yep.
Which irritates me because I'd rather go to London than frickin' Delaware. Now, that said, when you do these domestic flights and they charge you X amount of dollars to do this, a lot of times they explain, well, it's the amount of fuel that we need, the length of the flight, and the weight of all the passengers and their luggage. That's the BS that they tell you.
Yep.
Then why does it cost the same to fly an additional 5,000 miles?
Yeah.
How does the cost of fuel suddenly drop precipitously when we get over the Atlantic Ocean? You follow what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, it should cost a lot more to fly to London than it does to Delaware if you're trying to convince me that it's about your fuel and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, this does not make sense.
Air travel's the only thing that I can think of that has gotten worse and more expensive.
Yeah, all at the same time.
Like, there's a ton of good quality cars you can buy now from all kinds of companies.
Sure.
Right? And they look nice and stuff. It used to be
and
like...
you pay for it. I mean,
you bought a cheaper car. Like, you kind of knew some of those brands. But, there's no shame in owning any brand of car now. But flight travel, right, has gotten worse and more expensive.
But none of their explanations make sense. We understand it's pay for fuel. We know it is not cheap. We understand it's the way. But, then why does it cost the exact same to fly twice the distance? At some point, your math is breaking down.
Yeah. Drunk one night with a bunch of buddies. We came up with this one, and we've all memorized it. This is the famous Budweiser beer. We know of no brand produced by any other brewer that costs so much to brew and age. Our exclusive Beechwood aging produces a taste, a smoothness, and a drinkability you will find in no other beer at any price. That is on every single can and bottle of Budweiser beer.
Really?
Yes, that's the Budweiser banner.
Okay.
All right. So that's what it says. All right, Mike, can you do the Old Testament starting at the beginning, as far as the books of the Old Testament?
No, I really can't. I've got Genesis and I've got Exodus. After that, I'm pretty well done.
What were the New Testament kind of amendments to the Old Testament?
That starts
with the apostles and the letters.
Yeah, with the Gospels. Matthew,
so that's like
Matthew,
what?
Mark, Luke, and John.
Book 4-ish, I believe, somewhere around there.
It's a ways
All
beyond
right,
that.
so this guy was raised Jehovah's Witness. He said when he was an early teen, I'm in my 40s now, I learned it, and I've never forgotten this for whatever reason. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, Samuel, Kings, Chronicles, Ezra, as in better than, Nehemiah, is that right, Nehemiah?
I believe so.
Esther, Job.
Esther,
Job.
Say Esther.
Esther, Job.
Job.
Psalms, Proverbs, Ecclesiastes, and Song of Solomon. I mean, is that the Old Testament?
I guess.
I don't
know.
Yeah, they never made you read that one. They're like, that's a throwaway.
Right.
You read, I mean, like growing up Catholic, there's a lot of stuff that comes out of the Old Testament.
Sure.
But you're right.
Well, they kind of invented the
You're
whole thing,
focused-
and things change.
Yeah.
We're more
Christ
focusing
came.
on the new one.
Yeah.
Well, it
His
depends.
second book was
If
better.
you're the Hebrew,
Second book was the
you know,
sequel.
This is very important here. All your holidays and stuff come from this one.
Right.
But if you watch television with Charlton Heston, it's like, parting the Red Sea, or you know what I mean? Like dropping one of the tablets and only having 10 commandments after the 15.
That was Leviticus.
Yeah, all these different things.
Leviticus was fun.
Noah's Ark.
Great time.
Yeah, he was a good time.
Adam and Eve. You just learn kind of the
Genesis,
the basics of
the basic ones.
Yeah.
the burning bush.
The big stories, yeah.
The people that kill
The
each
big
other.
stories. The huge ones.
The gold
Golden
idol.
calf.
Yeah.
The gold
All
idol.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were worshiping that gold calf, and it's like, hey.
Oh, no false idols or.
Yeah, Moses goes up and he talks to God. That's how he's getting the 10 Commandments. When he comes down, the people that he just delivered out of Egypt are now worshiping a golden calf. He's like, guys, I told you, I've got the Mac Daddy back here. Like,
Right.
what is this? Yeah, then he smashed the.
Right, it's just like, give me some time, but now that you idiots are here, here's the 10 Commandments.
And it was his brother-in-law that did it.
Yeah.
Do we know the 10 Commandments?
Ooh.
Thou shalt not
no
kill.
false idols, right? Honor the father and mother.
I'm Lord thy
Thou
God.
shalt not steal, right? Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not covet my neighbor's stuff.
Wife.
Yeah,
Or
neighbor's wife,
I think
neighbor's
it's
ass.
stuff
Dog,
and then
anything.
wife.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Stuff and life.
Yeah. Is adultery in there?
Adultery, yep.
Oh, am I close? 8 or 9?
No drinking or smoking?
I like that. Am I
That one's
close?
not in there, I don't think, no.
No.
Now.
So that one's good.
So you can drink and smoke.
Well, Jesus
no other
made
gods
wine.
before me, no idols, honor their mother and their father, don't steal, don't kill, don't covet, adultery.
don't covet
So
your
like
neighbors.
lust or any of that crap?
No,
Those are
because
the
that's
deadly
the seven
sins.
deadly
Oh,
those are
sins.
the deadly
Do you know?
sins.
All right, what are the 7 sins?
So you got greed, you got wrath, you got
Gluttony?
envy, you got gluttony, you've got lust, sloth, and who
Are you thinking about the movie 7?
You're damn right I am,
that's
dude.
exactly
You're
where my
damn right
mind
I
goes.
am.
Like, why did
Well,
he keep killing? Do you know
okay.
the 10 virtues?
Ooh.
I'm sorry, the 7 virtues. So you have the 7 sins, and then you have the 7 virtues. With these,
I do not know
So
the
it's
7
like
virtues.
love, charity. I'm done. I don't know, but
All I need is love and charity.
I mean, it's good. Like basically, be a decent person. That's all.
You know this. You know this one. Someone said, "Hey, remember this one." Not a Bible verse. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the inequities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of goodwill shepherds and weak through the valley of the darkness, for he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know I am the Lord when I lay my vengeance upon you.
Ezekiel 17?
I say
25,
Samuel
17.
L. Jackson.
That is exactly.
But that's the only reason people
Pulp
know
Fiction.
it.
That's exactly why.
And then I do know John 3:16. That's the one that everybody holds up, right?
Why do they hold that big? Because I only see it in football games when you're about to kick a field
Well,
goal
that
or
guy's dead
extra
now.
point.
That guy's-
It's more of just, remember, God loves you. It is for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, so that those who believe in him shall not perish but have everlasting life.
I thought it meant like make the kick.
Yeah, me too. I was like, man, come on, it's a 53-yarder.
Fine, dude.
Come on, God, we need you.
We're Christians. We're just letting you know God loves you.
All right.
God
Yeah,
loves
but
you.
you could not wear that rainbow wig now, man. People would lose their mind.
He still could. He still.
Yeah, he'd be kicked out of the church, man.
Christians do remind you a lot about God loving them.
Well,
But I grew
sure.
up Catholic, super religious. But like the Christians nowadays, I don't know. You say anything, it's like, just know God loves you. Like my one buddy's mom said it to me. It was Easter Sunday. She goes, the Lord died for your sins. And I was like, I read the book.
Yeah, the whole story about that.
Don't give me the sales pitch. Like I know it all too well.
I think we've heard that before.
Right, it's right. And I'm not saying anything. Like you can be religious what you want, believe in God. Like I still believe in God, but I'm just like, yeah, some of these new Christians are real aggressive about it.
Next comes an Amway pyramid scheme.
Right.
What is the most useless thing that you've memorized? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Nick. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right. Well, I'm a trivia host. I'm a quiz master right here.
All right.
So I have a lot. I've been writing trivia for 15 years. I had a lot of people text me saying, "Dude, you got to call in the men's room today." So my bar trick is movies. People tell me what year they were born. I can tell them what won Best Picture, and I can memorize all the best pictures all the way back to the 40s.
Wow.
All right. I was born in 1969. What was the best picture?
So that was Midnight Cowboy, which is the only X-rated film to ever win Best Picture.
All right.
Oh, good for you.
he's
Do you know best actor from that year?
69 would have been John Wayne, True Grit.
Wow.
Damn.
All right.
Miles was born 1970.
Yeah.
Best Picture.
That's Patton, and George C. Scott won Best Actor for playing Patton that year.
Okay, Ted.
1980.
That's Ordinary People. It should have been Raging Bull, but that was Ordinary People.
Now your opinion.
I know he's got opinions. I know it happened 40 years ago.
All right, who was the best actor in 1980?
That was Robert De Niro, Raging Bull. He deserved that one.
Okay. All right. And Mike, you're what, 80?
1990.
1990.
That's Dances with Wolves.
Okay.
He was right on all.
You know what?
Who's the best actor
I like that
movie?
movie.
Really?
I know it's a strong stance to take, but I liked it.
Who was best actor in 90?
1990, that was Jeremy Irons' Reversal of Fortune.
Is it harder as the years go on? Like last year, who won Best Picture?
I have to remember because I was like watching it. Last year was that was 2023. Oh, it was Oppenheimer.
All right.
Right.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. Everybody thought it was
like,
going to be Barbie.
It's like who played in the Super Bowl last year? I can tell you who played in 78.
Tell you what. All right, Nick, here's one for you. What wins Best Picture next year?
I don't know. That's a good one. A lot of them haven't come out yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing them. I know. I don't know. Maybe the new Joker movie's coming out.
Is there another category that you ace?
I'm pretty good at sports, like baseball awards. Anything that you can like sort of put in list form, it's easy for me to remember. Especially like when they come out every year, because every year you only get like 10 or so new ones to sort of look at and memorize. And so because I write trivia, I've been writing it for so long. I always try to see how I could spin it into a new round. So like right now, because the Olympics are starting on Friday, I did a round last night. I hosted the game last night, and we did a round about Summer Olympic host cities.
Ooh. Oh, all right.
All right, I got a baseball question.
Hang on.
Lou Garrett, right? Iron
Yeah, what about
Horse. Who did he replace?
Wally Pipp.
Yeah.
You guys, Thrill, I'm the guy that's always at the bar with his computer open.
Oh, yeah.
I'm always sitting on my computer. You got my business card. I've always I've offered to supply you guys some big dummy questions whenever you get burned out of writing them. So yeah, I'm always trying to figure out like what's a cool spin. So like this morning they just announced that Salt Lake City is going to be getting the 2034 Winter Olympics, and so now I'm just thinking, what other cities have hosted the Winter Olympics twice, because I try to see, which ones of these have been done before.
Is that only the second city in the United States besides Lake Placid?
To host the Winter Games twice, yes.
Okay, all right.
And so when Los Angeles hosts the Summer Games in 28, they'll be the second city to host the 3 Summer Games after London.
In Atlanta is the other spot we've had the Summer Olympics?
And St. Louis. Atlanta,
okay.
St. Louis was the first one in 1904, Atlanta 96, and then L.A. was 1932 and 1984.
All right, I was about to say, when the hell did we have in St. Louis?
I only knew that from writing a big dummy question.
That's when they ran faster, Ted. They had a different marathon route.
And I have one more fun fact. If you just want like a straight-up fun fact that I think you'd be interesting to look up, the Pacific Ocean entrance to the Panama Canal is further east than the Atlantic Ocean entrance.
Damn. Yeah, I guess when you consider the shape.
All right. Bizarre.
All right, Nick. Yeah, I've met that guy before. It's funny. In our conversation, we talked trivia basically all night.
What is the most useless thing that you have memorized? 206-803-ROCK.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber with a special message for Seattle businesses looking to diversify your income. Amazon Hub Delivery is making it easy to earn extra money. When you partner with Amazon Hub Delivery, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra income and exposure for your business. There's no upfront cost, no delivery experience, and no long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
What kind of programs does this school have? How are the test scores? How many kids to a classroom? Homes.com knows these are all things you ask when you're home shopping as a parent. That's why each listing on Homes.com includes extensive reports on local schools, including photos, parent reviews, test scores, student-teacher ratio, school rankings, and more. The information is from multiple trusted sources and curated by Homes.com's dedicated in-house research team. It's all so you can make the right decision for your family. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Coastal Farm and Ranch. We're just what the country needs.
On July 24th through the 28th, it's buy two, get one free on Country Companion Feed. Buy three, get one free on Sunglow Show Feed. And buy three, get one free on large bags of Purina Feed.
Coastal Farm and Ranch. We're just what the country needs.
Get more feed for less this week at your local Coastal.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber with 2 words any business owner wants to hear: extra income. Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for Seattle businesses to assist with local deliveries. You get paid for each package delivered. Amazon Hub Delivery has no startup cost, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience required. If you're a Seattle business ready to assist with local deliveries, sign up today at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
For those in the market for flavor, there's Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, a flavorful drink that's a modern twist on a Mexican street classic. With 4 vibrant and refreshing flavors: pineapple, watermelon, hibiscus, and cucumber lime. Made with a splash of real fruit juice. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas are perfect for any fiesta, small or big. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, boldly authentic, vibrantly flavorful. Drink responsibly. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas flavored beers imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Hibiscus contains juice only for color.
Coastal Farm and Ranch. We're just what the country needs.
On July 24th through the 28th, it's buy two, get one free on Country Companion Feed. Buy three, get one free on Sunglow Show Feed. And buy three, get one free on large bags of Purina Feed.
Coastal Farm and Ranch. We're just what the country needs.
Get more feed for less this week at your local Coastal.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith from the Men's Room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
99.9 KISW. We return to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
What Malcolm was trying to tell you there is you download the Odyssey app, you log in when you create an account, and you listen to KISW for an hour, and that gives you a chance to win your share of $100,000. We're good on that? That whole thing starts on Monday. Monday. So if you're listening to the show, just listen on the app for 1 hour, and you are in. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a couple. The preamble to the U.S. Constitution. Can anyone get through some of it?
We the people, in order to form
of the United
States, in order to form a more perfect union,
establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility. That's where I fall short.
Provide for the common defense, promote general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Do ordain and establish the Constitution for the United States of America.
I mostly knew that from Schoolhouse Rock.
Pledge of Allegiance, anyone? Ted?
Pledge allegiance
to the flag
of the United States of America
and to the republic
for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible.
With liberty and justice for all.
Yeah. With liberty and justice for all. Mm-hmm. There you go. Our question, what is the most useful? Not that that's useless. I'm just saying you got to remember.
When does it come in handy?
You don't normally do the Pledge of Allegiance after you get rid of doing school.
I don't go to church anymore, but just growing up Catholic and playing sports, like I'm pretty sure I could still do an Our Father or Hail Mary, or if I go to church, I know a lot.
Yeah, my kids, they can rattle all that stuff off. Amen. They got to lighten up the music, man. Everything sounds like the beginning of a horror movie.
It does. In heaven.
But hell, that's a lot better than even. I mean, keep in mind when my parents were kids, it was all in Latin.
Right.
I think it's like the 70s they changed that.
I had to take Latin in my freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
So we had to do the pledge. Last time I did the Pledge of Allegiance in school, it was in Baltimore City, but we did it in Latin, which we thought was rather ironic. And I only remember the Fidem meam obligo quactilo civitatium America. I don't remember the rest, but we had to say it every time. And we're like, why is the Pope here? Like, nobody talks Latin.
You know Our Father, right? I mean, I'm not even.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's weird when you ask me. All right, Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us those who trespass against us.
Sin somewhere in there.
Forgive us.
That's where I get.
We forgive those who trespass
against us.
Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom, power, the glory forever. Right?
We didn't add that part.
Oh, okay.
And then you got to remember
crazy Methodist.
Yeah. And then remember St. John de Matha.
Come
on.
What's that? At the end?
Our Lady of Victory. Our Lady of Victory. Pray for you. Oh, jeez, man.
I don't know. What?
Oh,
but
a high
school song?
That's like, you've seen Rudy. That's like every Catholic school does the same thing.
Okay.
You say your prayer, and then we would always say, the coach, Father Damien goes, St. John de Matha, pray for us.
Okay.
Our Lady of Victory, pray for us.
All right. What is it?
All right, let's go. Well, like the national anthem kind of gets me fired up sometimes, too. Because when you think about it sports-wise, like
it's our national sport.
Right, it's our national anthem, but like when you're standing there and they're playing it, there's so many thoughts going through your brain.
Sure. But when else do we hear the national anthem outside of a sporting event?
The Olympics, which is a sporting event.
Right. I mean, honestly, I'm just thinking maybe, like legitimately.
All those countries.
Right, because TV doesn't go off at night.
Right. They used to do it right at the end of a television broadcast day back in the day. But otherwise, outside of the sporting event, I I don't hear it, man.
Maybe Byron Allen should do it in the overnight.
If you're still watching this. As far as useless things that people remember, I like this one. The bottom line of the eye chart.
I could never read it.
Well, that's the thing. I can't read it, but PEZOLCFTD. And it doesn't matter if you know it, because even if you cheat, they're just not going to correct your vision.
How about, they call it the 50 Nifty United States.
50 Nifty United States. We had to sing that in school.
Oh, so it's a song.
It is a song.
And do you remember this? So
I only remember that part.
It's alphabetical, right? Starting with the...
I think so.
Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Michigan, Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada,
Oregon.
Is it Oregon?
Ohio, maybe? Ohio first?
Wait a minute, isn't there more N's?
New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, New Mexico, North Carolina, North Dakota, Ohio, Oklahoma, Oregon, Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Utah, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, West Virginia, Wisconsin, Wyoming.
Wow, there we go.
Wait, I probably missed somebody in there.
What about with the presidents?
That's good enough.
Oh, God.
Because you can do the president starting at 1, right?
It's been a minute since I did it. Yeah. Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Adams. Shoot. It has been so doggone long since I've done it. I forgot who came after Quincy Adams. Washington, Jefferson, Madison.
His mom.
Monroe, Adams. Nope, I can't do it anymore.
Okay.
Dang it, I just brain farted.
What is the most useless thing that you have memorized? 206-803-ROCK.
Disappointed in you, Mike.
Sorry.
Hello, Anton. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
All right. So the useful thing I know is I know all 44 counties of Idaho, as well as how they relate to the license plate.
I'm guessing you are from Idaho.
Yes.
Okay.
So there's 44 counties, you say?
Yes.
And what do they start, the letters or the numbers at the beginning of the license plate, and that dictates the county you're from?
The number and letter, yeah.
And did you work for the...
no number, there's one.
Did you work for the DMV?
No, I learned it in 3rd grade.
Huh.
And you just never forgot?
Nope, just because we were advised to learn it from our music teacher, so we learned it as to the same tone of the ABC.
All right.
Okay.
The little star and whatnot.
All right.
So it just stuck in my head.
Yeah, those are guys. Says I used to work at UPS 30 years ago. I worked as an outbound package sorter for 2 years in a sorting hub. My area handled the outbound packages for the state of Connecticut. I know every single zip code for every single town in Connecticut.
Marshawn could still do it because he worked at UPS forever.
So here in Washington State?
Yeah. So, like, I was trying to get something delivered, like, out near the gorge for a wedding. He was like, oh, that's blah, blah, blah. They're not sending it out there. And I was like, how do you know? And it's like, right, because you just, you know what I mean? You pick up on that stuff.
My grandfather worked he was the longest running employee at the post office in the town that I was born in and he grew up in. And because of that, anytime a package came in where it was hard to read the lettering on the envelope or the package or any of that, he knew every address of every single person in that town. He knew every family member that could possibly get a piece of mail or a package. He knew the dog's name at every single home. If they had a cat that was outside, he knew the cat's name. He knew everything. So anytime that there was an issue with anything, he would be able to sort through the mail and figure out who
where
needed
it goes
to carry that and where it goes, and he would write the address on there for the other post office employees.
Damn.
Which I think is just, crazy. Like, yeah, we got a new development. 4 houses up on the hill, totally new territory.
Miles, didn't you have all the state capitals memorized?
I'm probably about 85%.
About 85%?
I mean, I'll miss one here or there. Like, Carson City or something, but for the most part, I can get them all.
Well, would you rattle off the states?
Give me a state.
Yeah, because I'm thinking, Mike, all right, you can rattle the states. Miles, you give us a capital. Because somebody here says for the longest time I had all 50 capitals of every state memorized. I might still know them. They're not sure.
All right, so you know Alabama.
Alabama is Montgomery.
Alaska.
Juneau.
Arizona.
Arizona's Phoenix.
Arkansas.
Arkansas is Little Rock. Yeah.
California.
Sacramento.
Colorado.
Denver.
Connecticut.
Ooh, Hartford.
Delaware.
Dover.
Florida.
Tallahassee.
Georgia.
Athens.
No, that one's Atlanta.
Atlanta. See, I'm not going to get them all.
Hawaii.
Honolulu.
Idaho.
Boise.
Illinois.
Springfield.
Indiana.
Is it
Indianapolis?
Indianapolis, yep. Iowa.
Des Moines.
Kansas.
Oh.
Topeka?
It is
Yes,
Topeka.
Topeka.
Kentucky.
Kentucky is Frankfurt.
I know.
Frankfurt. Jeez, I only know that.
Come on, man.
Big dummy.
Come on, if I missed that one, just kick me off this thing.
You know Louisiana?
Louisiana, Baton Rouge.
Maine.
Oh.
Is it Augusta?
Augusta.
It is Augusta. Maryland.
Maryland is Annapolis.
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts, it's Boston.
Michigan.
Michigan is Ann Arbor.
No, it is
Lansing.
No, it's Lansing.
It is Lansing. Minnesota.
Ooh, St. Paul.
St. Paul.
Yep. Mississippi.
Miss Jackson.
Missouri.
Jefferson City.
Jefferson City. Montana.
Helena.
Nebraska.
Hold on.
Is it Lincoln?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
Lincoln.
not Omaha.
Nevada.
Nevada is Carson City.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire is God, hold on. Give me a second on this one.
New
So
Hampshire.
Vermont is Montpelier.
Right.
And New Hampshire is Concord.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
New Jersey.
Trenton.
New Mexico.
Santa Fe.
New York.
Albany.
North Carolina.
Is it Raleigh?
It is Raleigh.
Raleigh.
North Dakota.
Pierre.
No.
Bismarck.
Oh, Bismarck.
Bismarck. Ohio.
Columbus.
Home stretch. Oklahoma.
Oklahoma City.
Oregon.
Oregon is, Oregon. Is it Portland?
No, it is not.
Salem?
Salem.
Yeah,
Pennsylvania.
Harrisburg.
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island.
Providence.
Providence. South Carolina.
Oh, Columbia?
South Dakota.
Yeah.
That's Pierre.
That's Pierre. Tennessee. A lot of big cities in Tennessee.
Is it
Knoxville?
Knoxville?
No, the other one.
Chattanooga.
Nope.
Is it Memphis?
Is it Nashville?
Nashville. Texas.
See, when you go to Nashville, I'm thinking, hey, I'm at the state capitol.
Not at all. That is not the
It's the
vibe.
ones with the big cities that throw you off.
Yeah,
Right.
Austin.
Utah.
Salt Lake City.
Vermont.
Oh, I just said it.
You just said it. And you were right when you said it.
Montpelier?
There you go. Virginia.
Richmond.
Washington.
Olympia.
West Virginia.
Charleston.
Wisconsin.
Madison.
And Wyoming.
Cheyenne.
There you go.
Oh, all right. Well done.
About 85, 90% somewhere. Yeah. What is the most useless thing that you've memorized? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Aaron. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
So I don't know where it came from, like you guys were saying. I don't know where it came from or why I know it, but I know that the average height of a newborn giraffe is 6 feet tall.
Okay. And you don't remember where you learned it from?
The average height.
I do not. So here's the follow-on to that, and it came in useful at one point in my life. I was in high school, I believe, junior high or high school. My social studies teacher would have like a trivia day. I think he was just too hungover to teach, right? So we do a trivia day, and he asked that question, and I answered it, and I don't know why I knew it, but everyone in that room, 24 students of us, looked at me like I was an alien.
Yeah, because who knows that other than you? And maybe Mama Giraffe.
The Encyclopedia Britannica.
Oddly enough, on that note, I do know that the average length of a female sperm whale is 63 feet. And
Why
I
do
know,
you know that?
I'll tell you how I know this. I went to the aquarium in Baltimore, okay, and they had this little thing. You put your feet here, and this voice comes out and says, "You are 6 feet and 3/4 inches tall." Approximately 1/10 the length of an average female sperm whale.
Okay.
And once they told me that, I'm like, I didn't need to know that, but I definitely know that now. So when anyone asks my height, I tell them, about 1/10 the length of your average
Here's a
female
weird
sperm
one.
whale.
I have heard the word before. I do not know what it means, but you could probably figure it out just based on some of the.
About
1/10 of a.
I do it on purpose, and it drives people crazy.
It is the how to spell anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Yeah.
Do you know how to spell that?
I think I got to write it down. Hold on, because my brother made a big deal about it.
Disestablishmentarianism.
Hold on.
What does the word mean? Anti-establishment, we can figure out. It's just that like you're.
So
does that mean you're a loner?
The problem with the word is that it's an oxymoron, right? Because it contradicts itself. You're anti-disestablishment.
Like if you're disestablishment, you're already anti.
Right.
So technically, it would mean you're all for the establishment. But I believe it's ANTIDISESTABLISHMENTARIANISM.
Oh! All right. Man. How many letters is that?
I don't know, but my brother hit me with this.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 5, 6, 7, 28 letters.
Damn.
Goodness,
wow. What is the most useless thing that you have memorized? 206-803-ROCK.
Somebody here says, thanks to the movie Frozen 2, I now have the useless facts that wombats poop squares, and turtles can breathe out of their butts. Thank you, Olaf. Both of those things are true. I just think it's interesting you got that from Frozen 2. I happen to miss that one after watching Frozen 1. Yeah. Hello, Scooby. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, what's happening, fellas?
Hola.
So, I drive a dump truck for a living, and I know all the components of DNA and what they're held together by, and I have no need for it.
Okay. So what are all the components of DNA?
Well, deoxyribonucleic acid is made up of adenine, guanine, cytosine, and thymine, and they are held together by hydrogen bonds.
And you're telling me that doesn't come in handy as you're driving a dump truck?
Yeah, right? No, it doesn't.
Who made you know that? I mean, why did you need to know that?
Biology in high school, and there was this hot girl next to me that was trying to learn about DNA, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go home and learn that so I can tutor this girl.
All right.
That adds up. Did you teach her about DNA?
I did.
Okay, good. I'm glad that worked out.
Yeah, did she ever sample DNA from you as you were teaching her?
I don't kiss and tell.
Okay.
Good for you. Of course.
Good for you. It's been long enough. You can tell.
That's great, man. You learned this to tutor the
Is there
hot
anything
chick.
in your work that you had to memorize as far as what your job is?
Oh, yeah, you got to memorize all the dump truck or the pit channels on the CB, and just getting around every county in Washington.
Okay.
You have to memorize everything.
Now, let me ask you this with the CB and all that, and I don't know if this would ever apply to you, but do you know Morse code? I'm asking this because someone says when I was 13, I had to learn Morse code for my ham radio license in the 80s, and for some reason it stuck with them.
Yeah, the only thing I know is SOS, and I think anybody who knows anything knows SOS.
I always get, is it ... or ... What's the first one?
3 short, 3 long, 3 short.
Okay. In the end, it doesn't matter. I wouldn't be like, man, they keep saying OSO. Let's ignore them. I would, I would assume they probably need help.
Okay. So a texter says, my 7th grade teacher taught us the helping verbs. I'm 44 and can still sing it to this day. Now, is that what I was saying outside that I didn't know what it was? Am, is, are, was, were, be, being, been, have, has, had, do, does, did, all that crap. Is that the same? Is that helping verbs?
I don't know, because somebody else...
I don't know.
Yeah, don't look at me when it comes to grammar.
Yeah.
They said they learned like the 44 prepositions or something.
So helping verbs are am, are, be, been, can, could, did, do, does, had, has, have, is, may, might, must, ought to, shall, should, was, where, were, will, and would.
I did not know that one. Yeah, I've never memorized that.
I don't remember those.
Doesn't matter. I mean, like, look, that's great. That's what they are. But like most people know when to use those words to make a sentence make sense.
Helping
I don't.
to
To
me,
me, it's like a hot dog. I do not know what's in a hot dog, but I enjoy eating hot dogs.
If I need helping, it's like, I just need to say, can I borrow your truck this weekend?
Right.
Can you come over and help me move this thing out down the steps? What is the most useless thing that you memorized? 206-803-ROCK.
Question for you. What business couldn't use extra income? Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Right now, Amazon Hub Delivery is looking to partner with ambitious Seattle businesses to become Amazon Hub partners. You and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area when it's convenient for you. And with each package delivered, your business gets paid. Sign up at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
Selling a little or a lot? Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage, to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage. Shopify is here to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell everywhere. From their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system, wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout. 15% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms. And sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S. And Shopify is the global force behind Allbirds, Rothy's, and Brooklinen, and millions of other entrepreneurs of every size across 175 countries. Plus, Shopify's award-winning 24/7 help is there to support your success every step of the way. Because businesses that grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at Shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast, all lowercase. Go to Shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
It's time to dust off your glove, grab your bat, and hit the road for some baseball. But before you head to the game, make sure your ride is in top shape. At Axton Automotive, our skilled mechanics ensure your vehicle is running smoothly so you can focus on cheering for your team. Don't strike out this spring. Get your car ready for baseball season. Visit AxtonAutomotive.com or call 360-685-7976.
9.9 KISW. The men's room returns with Miles and Thrill.
As far as useless things you have memorized, people said old phone numbers from your childhood that don't exist.
Yeah.
Friends' birthdays. Do you guys do pretty well with friends' birthdays? I am horrible with birthdays. Family, friends. I know some people who never, every single one. I know Facebook helps. I'm not on Facebook, but birthdays are a tough one for me.
Right. Miles, you're January 29th, right?
Yep.
Steve, you're March 22nd.
Correct.
Ted, you're December 24th.
Yeah. See, you remember birthdays.
That's amazing.
I don't even know when your birthday is.
When is your birthday? Is it August?
Not quite.
Okay.
Let's get the month right. All September.
No.
October.
No.
God damn it.
It's in the spring.
April? May.
No, it's
June.
not.
It's November the 21st.
Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah,
I'm awful.
Yeah.
I know my buddy Josh is because it's February 29th.
That you'll remember that.
Oh,
Right. Yep.
and I know like my sister and my brothers, but
I know
other
my
than-
immediate family, and I know my sister-in-law only because her birthday is on the same day as my mother.
I do not know my mom or my father
Really?
or stepfather's birthday.
August 4th is my mom. September 27th is my dad. August 18th is my brother.
My cousin Patrick, it's July 4th.
Okay.
But that's, as I look at Mike right now, I apologize, but I'm off. Oh, it's in the spring. It's in November, dude.
Other people
Well,
said
he meant in the southern hemisphere.
Thank you, Thrill.
I got you. I know what you're talking about.
People say the first Wi-Fi passwords I had, even when they were just like a string of random numbers and letters. Every single country's flag, which seems useful, but probably isn't. It probably is useful if you're watching the Olympics. If you've ever worked in a grocery store, produce codes, are they always all the same? Mike, you said you knew some
Bananas 4011, and then I got.
How do you know that?
I buy plenty of bananas, and the stickers just.
They always
sit
say
there.
4011.
Yes,
But you actually
4011.
look at the sticker. I mean, that's the
Well,
thing.
yeah, I type it in, dude. I don't do the
right,
self-checkout, so
okay,
I type it in myself.
Oh, so you don't even have to look up the produce.
No, not anymore.
I got to type in B-A-N-A, you know.
Exactly.
That S is bananas.
Dude, just do it by the number. It's quicker. It's only four digits.
I don't know the number.
It's on the sticker, dude.
But it's normally a Chiquita or something. You stick on your forehead. You don't, is there a number
And it
on
says
that?
4011.
I mean,
That's how you know, right? You just type in that it says what kind of produce.
Hey, you learn something new every day.
You learn
Mike.
something new every day.
Okay, no, wait. If you're at self-checkout, okay, and you're buying, say, avocados, because they're always known to be expensive.
Sure.
Would you type in the banana code?
Oh.
Right, save the money. Like, would they know?
What about plantains?
Yeah.
You know plantains?
How would they know? They don't check. There's always someone
Somebody would have
standing
to.
there.
Somebody would have to check, but
They always have like a
I'll put it to
security
you this way:
guard.
cashews are one of the more expensive nuts.
Yes,
So
they
what,
are.
what do you put in when buying cashews?
Saying. I don't know that. I don't know if overall they wholly check it every time.
Right.
If you were at the store.
You
like
guys,
that.
have you ever heard of hot cross buns? Somebody says he knows how to play that on a recorder.
Yeah, hot cross buns. Hot cross buns. It's the same as Three Blind Mice.
Okay,
It's
all
all,
right.
they're
Like the first
all
song.
the same song.
I used to know how to play chopstick on piano, but someone says they can do that one. The theme song to The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is something that someone has memorized by heart.
Yep.
All right.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playgrounds where I spent most of my days.
Chilling out,
Relaxing,
all cool and shooting some
B-ball outside of school when a couple of guys that were up so good started making trouble in my neighborhood. On one little fight, my mom got scared and said, "Move it with your aunt and uncle to ballet."
Right.
Okay.
That's not all of it. but-
Another, the theme song to Gilligan's Island.
Oh, I know that one.
Okay.
Sit right back and hear the tale of the fateful trip. It started at this tropic port aboard this tiny ship. The mate was something
Mighty sailor.
Mighty sailor man. The skipper braving shore. 5 passengers had sailed that day for a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour. But the weather started getting rough and the tiny ship was tossed. But if not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost. I said the minnow would be lost. Well, the ship sunk ground on the shore of this uncharted desert isle with Gilligan,
The skipper,
to the millionaire and his wife, the movie star,
the professor, and
Mary Ann, here on Gilligan's Island.
Okay.
Here's some useless knowledge for you from the text lines. It is very difficult to wash semen off of your hands. Even if you wash them 10 times, there will always still be residue. I saw this on Netflix and never forgot. All right. Now I won't either.
What is the most useless thing you have memorized? 206-803-ROB.
So in theory,
whatever you did this morning, Ted, how many times you
I
washed your
if
hands?
it was a morning time, maybe you had I don't know, it was 5 a.m. trying to go back to sleep. So if somebody came in with a black light, they'd be like, "Yep, this morning."
Mm-hmm. Well, here's my question, and if that's true, let's just assume that it is. Just based on the number of people that you've met in your life and shaking their hands and all that kind of thing. Oh, yeah. How much semen have we exchanged hand to hand? Telling you right now, I don't even want to high five people now.
It doesn't necessarily have to hit the hand, man.
All right. Okay.
Specifically, it said it is difficult to wash it off. I would assume then it's difficult to wash off of any part of your body that the semen may have landed.
I got to go back to this whole vegetable thing since I just learned that. So,
Are you back to the codes?
Well, someone says avocados are 4046. Now, if I go, if I'm in Canada, right? Oh, look, they have delicious avocados.
Canada might be different.
Is it the same number?
I don't know.
Is
I don't
it
know.
a universal number? Is
I
it just the United States way of
You
putting
go international,
numbers on?
man, I can't guarantee anything for you.
All right, okay.
I mean, it
What?
could be.
I'm just.
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna
curious.
say-
Is this a universal thing, or is this just something that? All right, Ted. Couple mascots here.
Hit me.
I'm going to give you the name of the mascot. You give me the university. Mr. and Mrs. Wuff and Tuffy. Mr. and Mrs. Wuff and Tuffy. This is ACC, so I'm trying to be in the wheelhouse a little bit for you. Since Maryland used to be an ACC school.
Rough? Can you spell rough?
Wuff, W-U-F. Wuff, like woof.
NC State.
That is correct.
Say it like that.
Well, I was thinking NC State when he said woof and sold it.
Otto the Orange.
Oh, Syracuse.
Rock the Panther.
Rock the
Granted,
Panther.
all these teams have changed conferences since this list was printed up 3 hours ago. That is correct. The Hokey Bird.
Oh, Va-Tech.
Demon Deacon.
Wake Forest.
Sebastian the Ibis.
The U.
What is that? Is that a bird?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Ibis, yeah.
Buzz.
And the ACC.
Yep, Buzz.
God damn it, they changed so many conferences.
I feel like I can picture not the mascot.
Oh,
but
Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets is correct. Renegade and Osceola.
Osceola and Renegade are the Seminole and the Horse at Florida State.
That is correct.
Jesus God.
The Tiger,
Renegade's the Horse.
The Tiger and the Cub.
Clemson.
Baldwin the Eagle.
Boston College.
All right.
Shout out to Cobb.
We go to the old Big 12. Bruiser.
In the old Big 12.
Or maybe new. It's still Big 12 team. We just talked about their helmets the other day.
Bruiser. Baylor?
Baylor Bear is correct. The Bearcat.
Cincinnati?
Correct. Shasta.
Man, I don't know if I'm trying to think of Big 12 schools.
Based on where I know Shasta to be, it's going to be somewhere down in California.
No, but that's not a bad call geographically speaking. It is the Houston Cougars.
Oh, his name is Shasta?
Shasta, yeah. Pistol Pete.
Pistol Pete is UTEP.
Oklahoma State Sooners, they say.
Oklahoma State, my bad. I was thinking orange.
How about Super Frog?
Oh, yeah, TCU.
Yeah. TCU. Pegasus. Nitro.
Pegasus?
This is new. University of Central Florida Knights.
Yeah, the Knights.
All right, still got it.
I know.
All right, real quick, a couple more. Big Ten. Testudo.
Oh, go Terps.
Willie the Wildcat.
Northwestern.
That's correct. Brutus the Badger.
Wisconsin.
Scarlet Knight.
Rutgers.
Bucky the Badger.
Oh, Wisconsin.
Biff the Wolverine.
Biff.
The Wolverine, I don't believe, actually has a name at Michigan.
It says Biff the Wolverine, and it says Michigan, too.
All right.
Sparty.
Michigan State.
Mm-hmm. Herky the Hawk.
Herky, the house is on fire. Iowa.
Yes, that's
But
correct.
I can't hear Herky without hearing your voice.
Herky.
Right? I bet there's a ton of listeners that are the same way.
Yeah, no. You don't hear Herky much.
No. What is the most useless thing that you've memorized? 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Jared. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. So, just like pretty much everybody else, I learned back in high school all the presidents, but I told Mike that I know all 50 prepositions.
All 50 prepositions?
Yeah.
All right, lay them on us.
All right. I have a song for it, so pardon me. Aboard, about, above, across, against, along, around, amid, among, after, at, except for, during, down, behind, below, beneath, beside, between, before, beyond, by, in, from, off, on, over, of, until, unto, upon, under, underneath, since, up, like, near, past, throughout, through, with, within, without, outside, towards, inside, into, to.
All right. Damn. Okay. You ever think about doing that at karaoke? All right. I don't know what you're going to use that for, but
I mean, at least you know them all.
Mm-hmm. Can you do the presidents?
Oh, I've done the presidents for you guys multiple times, but I'll take any opportunity to do it again.
All right. Here. Hold on. Let me see here. All right, 3 and 2 and go ahead.
Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison, Monroe, Quincy Adams, Jackson, Mike, Van Buren, Harrison, Tyler, Polk, Taylor, Fillmore, Pierce, Buchanan, Lincoln, Johnson, Grant, Hayes, Garfield, Arthur, Cleveland, Harrison, Cleveland, McKinley, Roosevelt, Taft, Wilson, Harding, Coolidge, Hoover, Roosevelt, Truman, Eisenhower, Kennedy, Johnson, Nixon, Ford, Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush, Obama, Trump, Biden.
Wow. Damn. Nice work.
All right, man.
Now that seems a little more useful than a lot of these other things.
Kind of.
I mean, yes.
I mean, it's not, but it's not bad to know. It's not a waste of knowledge.
Does
That just
anyone
comes
know
in
the
handy.
vice president?
Nope.
There's no way in hell. So once you learn the presidents, wouldn't you try to maybe, up at one? Because, or down one, but still.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If you were not a vice president in my lifetime, I have no idea.
So
who
George
you were.
Washington, first president, we should at least know his vice president, right?
Yeah, it's John Adams.
It was Adams.
Okay, it was John Adams.
Yeah.
All right, we should at least know that.
And then John Adams is vice president? Guess. Thomas Jefferson.
So just,
Well, it used to be, right, you took the guy from the other party.
Correct.
And they were your vice
so if
president.
they lost,
Yeah, so
then they become the vice
to
president.
keep everything fair, right? You had two candidates that ran against each other, and whoever the loser was became the vice president.
Huh.
And then other than that, to me, you only remember vice presidents if, like, the president got assassinated.
Sure.
Or if they're the only one to ever come from the state of Maryland and they get thrown out with Nixon, and his name is Spiro Agnew.
So he got thrown out with Nixon.
Yes.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. What is the most useless thing you have memorized? 206-803-ROCK.
By the way, just real quick, back to the semen thing on your hands. I'm not sure if it's the same texture. It says semen is hydrophobic. If you wash with hot water, it will leave a residue. Start with cold water. Remember that, kids.
Yeah.
So you don't want
teenage
semen off your
boys.
hands? Yeah. Start with cold water.
Well, also, but nobody's running around with black lights to see if you got semen on your hands.
Well, not anymore. I'm going to start. Let me see your hands.
Yep.
God, that would be so awkward if you come into the
Especially
office.
if you did it at the airport. Like, what did you do when you packed?
Right. Maybe they should do that at the
What time
airport.
did you get up? It's a 6:30 flight. Jesus, man.
Yeah, to stand under the black light, sir. Yeah. All right.
Oh, no.
Maybe got a fun on vacation. Let's just say, I'll just say Mike. Mike comes popping down, we're eating breakfast. Before he says anything, like, hey, let me see your hand.
Right.
Run the
Black
black
light.
light over. Like, you sneaky son of a...
I think flight attendants should do it if you're in the bathroom too long. Just sign the black light, like, sir. We don't advise that on the plane.
With your kid, 14 years old. Hey, before we sit down and eat dinner, come here.
Let's see the black light.
Because we're having finger foods.
Good God, man. Wear gloves. Hello, Bridget. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores. So what's the
So I
use?
gotta-
Go ahead.
Sorry, I was going to say it's not useless to me, but it's useless to literally everybody else who's not in the same field of work that I'm in.
All right. What is it that you know?
I know pretty much all the national drug codes for most of the most commonly used drugs, like generics. And then I also know what all the...
Are you a pharmacist?
I'm not a pharmacist, but I'm a pharmacy manager.
Okay, so because every time I watch TV, God knows they flood the ads with drugs, right? So they'll have the name like Bridgetol, okay? But then under that, they have the actual name of the drug, which I can never pronounce.
That is actually a requirement for a lot of positions in pharmacy, that pharmacists and technicians both know like the top 100 brand names and their generic names. So that's really important to know because God knows doctors sometimes think that they're writing a prescription for one thing and give you something else because they think they remember the brand name and they don't. So that's actually super important for us to know.
Okay, hit us with a couple. Hit us with a few generic names and see if we can guess at least what the pill does.
Lexapro.
Lexapro. Is that cholesterol thing?
That's a popular drug.
Yeah, I see the commercials, but what's it for? It's got to be diabetes or...
I'm guessing cholesterol. I don't know.
No.
Uh-oh.
It's an antidepressant.
Oh, geez. All right. Way off.
Well, obviously, none of us in here take that.
Yeah.
Okay, here, I'll give you an easy one. Prilosec.
Is that Harvard?
Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh, yeah. Is that acid reflux?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you know what the generic name for it is?
No.
Tums.
Omeprazole.
What is it?
Omeprazole.
All right. Is cocaine? What is cocaine?
Cocaine is cocaine, and that actually is still used in some hospital settings because it is not only something that you can use to like immediately clot blood, but it's also an antiseptic, so it helps prevent.
So if you're saying if I have a nosebleed,
I'm not gonna give you any kind of professional medical advice. Do as you will.
But they really do use cocaine in a hospital environment.
Yeah, in certain settings, obviously it's like a case by case like thing. But like if you're in surgery and for whatever reason you're having like a hard time getting blood to clot, or I mean it's not used that often. It's very sparingly.
What about they use leeches? What about leeches?
Probably in Asia.
All right. I was just curious because I used to use those in medicine a long time ago.
For sure.
I don't know. There
Same
might
with
be
cocaine.
doctors that use it, but yeah, that's not like like your standard practice.
That's, well, I was saying that's old school way of thinking. That's when they also used to like blood people out, or like, oh, we'll just get the sickness out of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've come a long way.
Okay.
So how many different ones do you know? Like 100 or so?
Quite a few. They obviously change a lot. So like if you ever get like a actual stock bottle from a pharmacy where they just put your like prescription label over the stock bottle and you don't get that little amber vial.
Yeah.
Sometimes that NDC will be visible, and it is usually a 5-digit followed by a 4-digit followed by a 2-digit, and that's called the NDC or the National Drug Code. And the digits tell you what the drug is, what the brand is, what strength it is, and what the pack size is.
What
so,
is
like,
the
if you get a bottle?
What is the most dangerous drug? The one like that goes into the vault. The one that's like, hey, we don't prescribe this very often, but it's there, and some people do need it. What is that?
I think that depends on who you ask. You guys might have remembered me. I called in about having Stevens-Johnson syndrome.
I remember the Johnson part.
Okay, so for me, in my personal opinion, sulfa antibiotics are the most dangerous for me because it causes a super severe, life-threatening allergic reaction. But if you ask like other people, I don't know, you ask like an addict, methadone could be super dangerous.
Okay, sure. All right.
I mean, I think it depends. It just depends on who you ask.
Gotcha.
It's all dangerous to me because I like to abuse things,
What is the most useless thing that you memorized? 206-803.
But does hers count as useless if she works in that field?
Well, she said it's useless to anyone, other
okay.
than people which makes sense. I like this. Somebody says, what is Sky Rizzy? And was it made by Snoop? It's a fair question.
Oh, Sky Rizzy, that's like, is that a weight loss drug?
Is that the one with the plane that always, I can see clear?
I don't know, they're very pumped about it.
Oh, my God.
Sky Rizzy.
Ted, I know somebody that we both know, and I haven't seen them in a while. And I saw them the other day for the first time, ran into each other, and they took Ozempic.
All right.
Did not recognize them.
Oh, yeah, you were just telling me about it.
I did not recognize them. It was that much of a drastic difference. I was just like, wow.
You said they're loading up on Botox, too, right?
Well, all the things. But I was still like, wow. That's crazy how that works.
Sky Rizzy is used for the treatment of plaque psoriasis. Psoriatic arthritis. And Crohn's.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
What is the most useless thing that you memorized? 206-803 Rock.
Hello, Nick. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola. So, in junior high, for some reason, I thought it would be fun to memorize the song Twist by Korn, which has no words in it.
But you're just humming it?
No, it's him scatting. Jonathan Davis is scatting the entire song.
Oh, so you can actually do that?
I mean, I've memorized it. I obviously can't do it as well as him, but I got it pretty good.
Okay. Who do you think makes better animal noises? Is it Korn or is it Disturbed? Is it David Draymond?
I think Draymond does better animal noises, right? But I would say Jonathan Davis, he's the white Scatman Crothers.
Oh, okay.
I agree with Thrill, definitely.
Okay, the world's been waiting. Let's have a taste of your Korn.
Okay, so it's kind of ran out of breath there. Sorry.
You've got to do that at karaoke.
Wow.
Seriously.
That's really the lyrics.
Dude, I sat on the bus in junior high every day for like 2 months and just listened. It's the dumbest thing ever.
Well, look, man, people say the lyrics to Smells Like Teen Spirit, Schoolhouse Rock shows up on this list, even jingles. Do you know are you old enough to know the Oscar Mayer jingle?
Not fully.
My baloney has a first name, it's O-C-A-R. My baloney has a second name, it's M-A-Y-E-R. Oh, I love to eat it every day. Something, why I say, Oscar Mayer has a way of with Bologna.
Now, if anyone asked if you had a name for your penis, a nickname, would you say that? Would you say
Oscar
that?
Mayer?
Yeah.
Oh, my penis has a first name. It's O-L-C-A-R. Yeah, I mean, it'd still be done.
Right.
It's just as easy.
It's Mr. Meyer to you, but whatever.
He goes by Mr. Meyer in a formal setting.
Well, that's like I always was confident I could spell fabulous because the rapper Fabulous, and
he spelled it wrong. Right?
He spelled it wrong. I didn't know that.
How does he spell it?
Fabolous.
Yeah, because it's fabulous. You got fabulous. By the way, Miles, leeches. Someone says I work at Harborview. They actually keep leeches for burn patients.
Oh, great. One more reason not to fool with fire.
Yeah, I'd be like, dude, do you have anything other than leeches?
Yeah. Coming up, the return of Who Sucks Less, and we've got your emails on the way next from the men's room at KISW.com.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber with a special message for Seattle businesses looking to diversify your income. Amazon Hub Delivery is making it easy to earn extra money. When you partner with Amazon Hub Delivery, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra income and exposure for your business. There's no upfront cost, no delivery experience, and no long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
It's one thing falling in love with a house, and quite another navigating the world of negotiating, mortgage lenders, and finding the budget that works best for you. Guidance from an agent who's a Realtor can make all the difference, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
From fields to forests, warehouse to worksite, and shipping to storage, Pape delivers premier capital equipment solutions that keep the supply chain of the West moving. Pape keeps you moving.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber with a special message for Seattle businesses looking to diversify your income. Amazon Hub Delivery is making it easy to earn extra money. When you partner with Amazon Hub Delivery, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra income and exposure for your business. There's no upfront cost, no delivery experience, and no long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
There are any number of reasons you might consider selling your home. That's where an agent who is a Realtor comes in to navigate the process to sell your home in a way that's right for you. Because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
No matter where you are in the West, no matter what the job, Pape delivers premier capital equipment solutions that keep the supply chain of the West moving. From fields to forests, warehouse to worksite, and shipping to storage, Pape is by your side with cutting-edge equipment solutions optimized for greater efficiency and uptime in a changing business environment. The West relies on you, and you can rely on us. Pape keeps you moving.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith from the men's room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Who Sucks Less is on the way, but first time for a few emails from the men's room at KISW.com. Couple from our question, what is the most useless thing that you've memorized? Guys, when I was a young teen, I was in a church youth group with a real smoke show. One of the exercises was to learn all the books of the Bible, Old and New Testament, with a song to help do it. Anyone who could do it and perform it, won a prize. I put in the work, learned the songs, hoping that I could give the prize to the girl, and maybe, who knows. Dreams of youth. It didn't work, but I took those songs away in my head, sometimes find myself singing them unconsciously. Surprising how often we memorize useless info to impress girls, and how rarely it works. That from Terry. Guys, I memorized the patterns to solve a Rubik's Cube in high school. Still have not forgot. Even got fast enough to solve it in under a minute. Nice. It is crazy how good at something you can get when you're competing with your buddies. That from Sam the Fishman. Gregor, the morning show host at the end, 107.7. He can do a Rubik's Cube and unbelievable. It's crazy to watch him do it.
Yeah, and he has like multiple Rubik's Cubes that have more than the normal 9 squares per side. It's ridiculous.
And he knows how to do those too.
That's why, I get it's useless, but also there's competitions and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if knowing that one is that bad.
And also it's making your brain work, right?
Yeah.
So it's not really the worst thing. You're not going to win any money or get chicks doing it, but it's
not much different than the code you would use on a joystick to get to certain levels, or right, left, whatever.
A lot of people texted in with that one today, man.
Oh, Contra.
It was Contra.
Up, down, left, right,
a couple of Mortal Kombat, something or other. But yeah, I still remember, even though game systems don't even exist anymore.
Fellas, I had a hellish 4th grade teacher who required us to memorize the helping verbs. Still don't care about them, but am, is, are, was, were, be, being, been, have, has, had, can, could, will, would, shall, should, do, did, does, may, might, must. I can rattle them off 30-plus years later. At this age, I've limited space in my brain for new info, thanks to this garbage. That from Charlie. Guys, I'm 65, and I remember from 7th grade something I read. It's a definition of a 4-letter word and goes as this: an anatomical juxtaposition of 2 orbicular oris muscles in a state of contraction, which is a kiss. I also remember my phone numbers when they still use 2 letters to start the number.
Damn.
Rock on, guys, and see you Saturday at the 884.
Nice.
From 2 until 4 in Bremerton. Guys, for some reason, I remember the phone number from when I was a kid 46 years ago. That from Clarence in Marysville.
Oh, and every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings.
Gentlemen, my name is Ian. I want to wish my fiancée, Brianna, a very happy birthday. She's 33. Can I get a random fart from Mike, Coach Ted, and some dirty Germans, please?
I don't have a lot to go on here other than she's 33 and her name's Brianne. I feel like Brianne's kind of a hot name, so congratulations, you're probably attractive. Number 2, not that I drink it all the time, but Rolling Rock is famous for having 33 on the back of their can. To this day, nobody knows what it means, but it's your Rolling Rock year, so drink some beer.
Doesn't mean tasty.
Yeah, oddly enough, he's talking about what you can find on the back of your cans. Tonight you will find me.
On the back of the cans, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to look at them straight on.
Yeah, either way.
It's like an eclipse, except I stare into the sun.
Guys, first I want to thank you guys for many years of laughter. Secondly, I'd like to wish myself a very happy birthday because all my friends suck except Josh in Bremerton. I would like some green beans. Here comes the dope pusher, and your penis is small because in 40 years, I've never been told that. That's one black stereotype I definitely enjoy the pleasure of. Thanks again, guys. That from Terrell.
Green bean.
What?
Green bean.
Okay.
Green bean.
Ow.
Here comes the dope pusher.
What's wrong?
And I said Terrell, but he's black, so it's got to be Terrell.
I would guess Terrell.
Yeah, Terrell's white.
He calls in.
I don't know that I've ever heard of somebody named Terrell.
Terrell? Like Daryl?
Terrell.
Well,
Terrell Owens?
no.
Or you Terrell? But
I think he said it's Terrell, and everyone had been saying it wrong. If I remember correctly, everyone was saying it's Terrell, and he's like, it's Terrell.
Either way you pronounce it, I don't know a white guy with that name.
I don't either.
Yeah. What do we got here?
Remember, we knew a White Leroy.
Correct. Right.
But we called him White Leroy. I mean, that's the name he went. You ever met a White Jamal?
No.
Man, that's a tough one.
No, you haven't, Ted. I'm just...
What about Terrence?
Terrence? There was a guy named Terrence Stamp, white actor out of England.
How about a Black Peter?
Black Peter? He's tall.
No, seriously, Black Peter.
There's got to be a Black Peter.
Who?
Black Peter. I'm trying to think of a Peter. I mean,
and I hate always Googling when we get these conversations.
Black
Famous
Peter.
Black Peter.
Right. Oh, God. You don't hit images.
Hang on, there's got to be one in here.
Well, I mean, there's Pete.
Not a popular name in the black culture.
No, that's what I'm saying. Black Peter.
I was joking the other day with a bartender. He's black. And we said something. I don't know, something about names, and he was like, "Well, call me Philip." And I was like, "All right, I'll call me Terrence." It was that quick.
Yeah.
My Uncle Phil. Yeah,
not one right.
There's no I'm trying to rack my brain.
Last name Peters.
I mean, get Peters, sure. Marcus
I'm
Peters.
talking about first
Peter.
name.
Black Peter.
Black Peter. It's not in there, is it?
I mean, I'm just searching the name Peter on Facebook. I'm not seeing a whole lot of black faces.
Okay.
You know, Marcus Peter. You could switch that too.
Peter Marcus.
Peter Marcus.
Yeah.
But you say never trust someone with two first names.
It's the truth.
Bachalas, can you wish my buddy, fellow aviator, and all-around semi-cool golf buddy Carl, a.k.a. Spash, a happy 55th birthday?
You ever met a black Carl?
Carl Lewis.
Carl Weathers.
Carl Weathers.
Yeah. Can you get your...
Did you ever meet him?
No. Can we get a "your penis is too small," a fish sandwich montage, and the Dirty Germans talking about the pork butt? There'll be pulled pork that is currently on a smoker. Thanks, guys. That from the original Captain Homebrew.
A fillet of fish sandwich.
So you know I'll have a fish sandwich.
Oh, brother, can I have a fish sandwich? Put the cheese and the tartar on the side.
I want a fish sandwich.
Is it too early for a fish sandwich? Cheese and tartar on the side. I smell the fish sandwich. Maybe some dinner relish in the morning. At noon, and at night. Can I buy you a fish sandwich?
So you don't want a fish sandwich?
Yeah, you keep talking about this pork butt, and yes, that pork butt will be pulled tonight.
Yeah, so, in some circles, it's called the pork shoulder or the Boston butt.
Yeah.
So the Boston butt, except this time we pronounce the R's.
By the way, Miles.
Yes.
Someone here says Peter Warwick.
Oh, FSU, right?
NFL. Someone else. My white grandpa, blonde hair, blue eyes, Jerome.
Okay, but not Jamal.
Nice.
How about a black Spencer? I feel like I went to school to Spencer. I cannot remember his face, but
I worked with a guy named Spencer, yeah.
Black dude?
Oh, no, white.
Oh, well, yeah.
That doesn't help us.
Virginia white. I mean, Virginia. All right.
Okay, I have a white friend named Jarrell and a white cousin named Terrence.
Huh.
Oh, nice.
Okay. All right, guys.
I don't know why I'm so excited every time. I'm like, no kid.
Cool.
Nice.
Still can't find a black Peter. Is there a black Peter?
Peter Warwick. You already said it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I know, but I mean, like...
A rare black Peter.
That's not... I mean, like, he's kind of famous.
I'm looking for a black Peter.
But he's not, like... He's not at that level of, like... Just rattles off the tongue. All right, guys, here we go.
Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ya's the Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Now, the men's room wants to know who sucks less?
Hey, time for Who Sucks Less. Steve Thrill, who you bring us 3 stories from the news each and every week. They all suck. It's up to us to determine, out of the 3 stories, which one sucks the least. Now, if you happen to follow KISW on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, the debate is already underway on Who Sucks Less.
So
what's going on?
I worked with a black Franklin. I assume that's Charlie Brown. Yeah.
Well, we worked with a black Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah. What about a black Juan?
Sounds weird saying it. Jesus.
Black Juan's playing baseball. He's Dominican black, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
What is happening?
Like Juan DeSoto or something.
Worked with a black Franklin.
Oh, Peter Tosh.
Peter Tosh.
He doesn't count. He's Jamaican. They all have like traditional
from the U.S.
English names, man. Like if you like read the phone book in Ocho Rios, it's like William Wadsworth Worthington III.
Bartholomew didn't meet a brother.
Yeah.
Like, what is up, man?
Exactly.
I am Bartholomew.
Call me John.
I am Peter, known as Black Peter.
All right. Yeah, Peter Tosh is dead too.
I picked up a black Chad driving for a rideshare service. I mean, there is an African country named Chad.
Well, there's also Chadwick Boseman.
Yeah, but he's Chadwick.
Okay, he never went by Chad.
No, I don't think
it's like
so.
saying we can say Black Pete.
Right.
We're looking for a Black Peter.
Okay, somebody here says I went to high school with a Black Peter.
I'm with Mike on this one. It's Cal Chadwick Boseman is for the Black Chad.
I know.
Chadwick.
He's not going to
Like,
identify.
he went by Chadwick.
He made it a point not to be Chad.
Yeah, it's like, I'm Chadwick. You know? If he said, look, bro, my friends call me Chad, I'd be like, all right. But it's like, no, my friends call me Chadwick. All right, here are your 3 stories. Somebody said I went to high school with the Black Peter. I'm like, oh, sorry, white.
Oh, man, he's white.
All right, all 3 of these stories, there's a common thing here where people want services and or products but don't want to pay for them. Let's get started.
right.
We go to Albany, New York, where a man is accused of trying to leave a restaurant without paying and then punching an employee who tried to stop him. So 42-year-old Lucas Healy ran up a large bill for food and alcohol at the Shogun Cafe around 6:30 p.m. Well, he tried to leave and took food with him, but he then punched an employee multiple times in the face who tried to intervene. The 49-year-old employee fell to the ground and was knocked out unconscious. Now, the victim was treated at the scene, then taken to the hospital with serious injuries. Meanwhile, Haley, he was still at the restaurant when officers arrived. Also had cocaine in his possession, which is crazy. I can't believe he was hungry. Anyway, he was charged with assault, theft of services, 2 counts of criminal possession of a controlled substance, and 1 count of robbery. Haley was arraigned in Albany City Criminal Court on Thursday morning, and he is now in jail. Sorry. I had only one kid, a black kid at the high school I went to. His name was Brad.
Bradley, I get.
Bradley Shore, Brad. Quick side note, we met Chris Jericho a couple years ago, and he's from rural Canada, okay? Cool-ass dude. He's like, man, I did not grow up around black people. I said, well, you're in Canada. He goes, no, let me put it in perspective for you. And this is not a joke. He said, there were more little people at my high school than black people. I was like, say what? He goes, yeah, top that stat.
Then he ordered another vodka soda.
Yeah.
I knew a kid in grade school. The grade school wasn't very integrated that went by Jeremy because his actual name was Trocon.
Trocon, okay.
Then we went to summer school together, and he was like, hey, man, stop calling me Jeremy. Call me Trocon. I was like, oh, all right. I was like, why'd you change it? He's like, yeah, so many white people are in our school. I was like, yep, get it. He just didn't want to hear it.
Yeah. Oh, Chad Johnson, thank you. All right.
That's a good one.
An angry man, he got a ride to jail after he went to extremes to get his car back from a South Beach tow yard. Miami Beach police officers and some in SWAT gear holding long guns responded to the Tremont towing on Saturday night. Officers arrived to deal with an irate man who had his car towed and, according to the arrest report, was attempting to leave without paying. Now, audio from the company's tow truck drivers and other employees is heard the moments before officers arrived when the suspect, identified as Wisdom Fripp, tried driving his car off the tow lot. Now, cameras picked him up on the property after the front desk employee allowed him to enter the tow yard with a pretext of retrieving his registration and driver's license. But after he got inside, Fripp went rogue, getting into the parked car, then pushing it so he could drive his car around it before hitting a BMW trying to exit. So the employees are now screaming, shut the gates. Well, employees tried to stop Fripp, forming their own tow truck blockade before one of their trucks was hit as well. Employees then called police, and that's when they finally arrived moments later. And they said the people there to retrieve their towed vehicles had to wait for all of this to play out. The officers tried talking Fripp out of his car, but there was no cooperation at first. Eventually, he relented. Now, after a couple of hours, a tough time at the tow yard did end with Fripp behind bars. Nobody was hurt. Business resumed. Police took the suspect away, but he did damage a tow truck and someone else's BMW. So he's like, I'm not paying, I just want my car. And now we go to Virginia, where a guy tried to take squatters' rights to a whole new level. So there was an open house last Sunday for a home for sale near Stafford, Virginia. It's about 40 miles south of D.C. Now, one of the people who toured the home was 39-year-old Napoleon Boache. Now, he apparently talked to the seller about how much he liked the place and thought it'd be great for him and his 4 kids. And it looks like he was serious because he moved in 2 days later. He didn't make an offer or anything. He just showed up with his kids, got inside, and refused to leave. Now, police got there and ordered him to come out, but he just stared at them through a window. So they went inside and arrested him. And it turned out he was on probation and had warrants out in 2 neighboring counties, so he's facing a long list of charges, including entering on property with intent to cause damage. And Child Protective Services took the kids. Officials said they'd be releasing them to a responsible family member in the future. So there you go. We have the guy who, where the hell was this one? The guy in Albany, New York. Yeah, he tried to do the dine and dash, which is not unusual, but most people don't beat an employee to the point that you are unconscious. We have the guy who tried to retrieve his car from the impound lot in Florida and basically smashed one guy's BMW, damaged one of the tow trucks because he didn't want to pay. And finally, the guy in Virginia who literally just moved into someone's house.
I think it's pretty cut and dry for me. Albany man is the worst because he physically assaulted someone and knocked them out. So to me, that's the worst.
You think?
I believe
I think the open house is the worst.
I see that sucks the least.
Really?
Well, his kids got taken away because he's an idiot. Yeah. No one was hurt. What he did is irritating and stupid, but there was no damage to the property. Where the guy who even went to try to get his car out, he hit the tow truck. They're not cheap. He ruined someone else's car trying to get out. He might have got out, but he banged up 2 other people's property. So the Albany man physically assaulted someone and knocked his ass out for no reason. The other guy totaled, 2 vehicles at least, including his own. Virginia people are asses, but he got his kids taken away and he was evicted.
So did it say how long he was in there squatting?
I believe just a few days.
All right, I guess if it's just a few days, that'll make me change my mind.
Yeah, it wasn't like a year or anything. I mean, dude just showed up, moved into the house, and then, the owner's like, yo, man, you understand the house is for sale, you see.
I do feel bad the restaurant employee got knocked out.
Oh, yeah.
I've also say as a reformed Dine and Dasher once. I don't know, man. Excitement, blood's flowing.
I get it.
I mean, luckily the cook jumped out of the way, but I mean, to this day, it's like if he hadn't, I don't know, would I had hit him? I mean, that would have been a good look for the topaz. I mean, I would also say I'm still going to say I think the Miami guy sucks the least, only because it's purely property. He's going to probably have to pay it back, or the lot will pay it back.
Okay.
And I don't know, whether it's bills or parking tickets or your car that has soot all over it doesn't work, it's towed to an impound lot, you tell them to keep it, they won't let you stay to Maryland. Everybody hates impound lots.
They do.
That's fact.
They wouldn't. So you say keep it, and they said, no, we won't.
The cop was like, well, that's illegal. I said, what's illegal? You impounded it.
You
it
took
doesn't work. You could see where I had cleared off all the fire extinguisher soot because my car was on fire. I'm like, just keep it. Well, no, you got to come get it. And I was like, well, why did you take it?
Yeah, why did you take it then?
Exactly.
You want it so bad, keep it.
Debate continues on Who Sucks Less if you follow KISW on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. All right, coming up, we'll drink and toast with a shot of the day. You are listening to The Men's Room.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber with a special message for Seattle businesses looking to diversify your income. Amazon Hub Delivery is making it easy to earn extra money. When you partner with Amazon Hub Delivery, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra income and exposure for your business. There's no upfront cost, no delivery experience, and no long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
Selling a little or a lot? Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage, to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage. Shopify's here to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell everywhere. From their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system, wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout. 15% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms. And sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the U.S. And Shopify is the global force behind Allbirds, Rothy's, and Brooklinen, and millions of other entrepreneurs of every size across 175 countries. Plus, Shopify's award-winning 24/7 help is there to support your success every step of the way. Because businesses that grow, grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
All right, coming up, we'll drink a toast for the shot of the day. We do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check out with Mike Hogg and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Oh, Lordy. Thank you, Miles. According to a new survey, around half of adults no longer read regularly.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
But I think it's a misnomer. I don't think people are reading books much. Newspapers aren't a thing, but everyone I know gets their news, whether it's the phone or the computer. Like, you're reading. You're probably just not reading books.
Sure.
That's what I was about to say. Like, I have not read a book since the winter time, but I read every day a ton.
Right.
I've been trying to read a book since frickin' April. And the kids, man, I'm telling you, it cannot be done.
Man, I'm telling you,
it cannot be done.
Jump on the light rail.
When they finally opened a station near my house,
yes,
which somehow the stations north of where I live are going to open before mine.
Right.
So the train keeps going by. Right. We got a walk-up station. So when I open that one, that's kind of the plan. And
yeah.
No kids, no wife, read a book.
That's how I get mine done. Just read it on the bus. Great.
Yeah. I mean, look, I probably hadn't read a whole book for 2 or 3 years before that, but I started taking the light rail again, and I was like,
yep.
Well, I don't know. Just easier than sitting on your phone, and then
yeah.
I don't know.
I'm not losing battery power when I read a book. That's honestly my whole thing with the phone. My wife said, "Why'd you put music on your phone?" I'm like, because it eats my battery time, and you have all the music on your phone, so let's kill your battery.
Well, and oddly enough, if you ever think about just sitting at home and reading a book, at least for me, it's like, well, I could, go and do this thing. I could clean up around here. I could go outside and work out there. Doesn't do that for when I'm watching TV or playing video games. I will actually switch over to one of those two, but it's like, no, I'm just not just going to sit at home and read, but I'm trapped on the bus like, shoot, I'll knock out 40 pages. Let's go.
Trip a blind man.
Ah, damn it, man.
Hey. It's all a day's work.
I was reading my book. Just minding my own damn business. I was. He came in here with his big old feet and his stick.
And lack of eyesight.
Stick.
And stick.
If you're listening, I feel so bad about that. I'm sorry.
I wonder if that guy listens. Like, that's the son of a bitch.
That's the guy. I want to sue his ass. My nose hurts. A rising number of people in the U.S. are ditching smartphones for dumb phones.
Okay.
And I wonder how many of them are just like me. Like, if I didn't have the job that I did, I would do it too.
I use the camera. I use apps. There's stuff on there I need. So if the dumb phone doesn't have a way for me to put in directions to a place in my car, that's where I lose. It's not the fact that I need a lot more of the technology than I think I do.
How dumb is the dumb phone?
Like a flip?
Just standard flip phone, I think.
I just pure and simple, like, how are you going to go to a concert or
I was
a
going to
sporting
say,
event?
they force the tech on you. So,
fair
you
call.
want to go to a sporting event, doesn't matter if you're a season ticket holder, whatever, break out your phone.
And that's why they'll never come back.
I know. It drives me freaking crazy. Every time I go somewhere, my wife has to download an app, then explain to me how the hell to use it, and then I get there and hand it to my kid. Like, do this thing.
Well, I was just about to say, we went to All-Star Week when that was here in Seattle.
Oh, you guys said that was kind of a nightmare.
Couldn't get in there if you didn't have if you didn't have a smartphone. And that's not the ticket. It's the app experience that you had to download before you went in there.
Right, because we had tickets.
Yeah.
But it still wasn't good enough. You had to download their app.
Right.
So you had tickets
for zero reason.
But you had to download the app to physically enter.
Correct.
To make use of the tickets.
Correct.
Yeah.
Imagine you go to Disneyland,
Christ.
and you do pay the ticket fee, so you bought your entrance in there. But no, you can't go in until you download our app. It's got our map on it. It's got our wait times on it, and you can,
Oh my God.
That's basically what it was. Like,
Did
it was
you
nothing
delete
other
it
than
after
that.
The
You
event?
bet I did.
Okay.
It was useless. There was no freaking reason to do it.
It's so stupid.
And okay, it enhances your experience.
Does it?
Cool. And you know what? Yes. To a degree, there were certain things that it made it better because it did have the different experiences on there. There was a little game that you played. You collected the badges that were everywhere. That basically said that you touched everything there in the experience to make sure that you checked everything off. But required?
Right, that's the difference.
The requirement is the money that left my pocket to get into yours.
Buy the ticket.
That's all the requirement that we need here.
Agreed.
There's a sugar compound that's showing promise as a hair loss treatment.
Oh, you just gained weight.
Just sprinkle a little sugar there on top of your head. On that bald spot back.
My dog loves licking my head.
Yeah?
I trust there's a lot of bald dudes that would trade a weight gain for hair.
Would you take a pill if they had one?
What, for hair?
Yeah, well, I mean, would you really take
this
it?
point?
I mean, we already we're talking the Ozempic stuff, right?
Sure.
You can do that.
But I think it's different. You know, when I started losing my hair in early, mid-20s, I probably would have taken the pill. You know? But I had dreads and all that kind of thing going on. But now, man, 30 years later, I'm like, I like having a
And
bald
if you stop
head.
taking the pill, does your hair stop growing if that happens?
Yeah, right. No kidding.
And can they guarantee it grows on your head?
I mean, throw those the commercials, but those hair transplant things are amazing.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Like back in the day, you could kind of tell. I mean, nowadays
You cannot tell.
No.
You really can't.
I'm just bald.
Yeah.
God said you don't get hair in your 30s.
Trust me,
All
if they
right.
had a bigger penis pill, I'd be on it.
Oh, we
Why
all-
not? Hey, man, let's just do a little science here.
It's called Viagra. Miles, what day is it?
Right now, today is the 24th of July.
You're absolutely right. It's International Self-Care Day. But not everybody knows how to care for themselves, and we've got you covered.
The Men's Room Top 10. The Men's Room Top 10.
10 easy self-care ideas to nourish your body and mind.
Yeah.
Some lotus position meditation. Aromatherapy as well. You know what else works? Some quality time in a dimly lit room with Jack, Frank, and let's just say a well-deserved hand massage. I can definitely feel the toxins and stress leaving my body right now.
Damn it.
Wash those hands in cold water. What we learned today.
So these are some easy self-care ideas for your body and your mind.
Yeah.
Mostly just your body. Consider talking to a professional. They go to bottom out the list.
Well, geez.
Sometimes we need extra support.
Yeah.
If you have access, working with a coach or therapist could be a game changer to work to improve your well-being.
It's almost like that's their job.
Indeed.
Look, I'm pro therapy. It's helped me a ton. I'm still not sure how I feel about the life coach.
Yeah, I'm with you.
There's a lot of program. It just seems like a pyramid scheme. Like, all right, you took a certificate. Like, you got a certificate now, but it's like, what have you done in your life?
Right.
Right, to then coach me on mine.
Because this is your job, it seems. It's like the guidance counselor.
Yeah.
But what did you do? You're a guidance counselor.
Hey.
Nothing against guidance counselors, but like, if Bill Gates says one thing, you go, oh, okay, I'm going to listen to that. The guidance counselor, like, nobody wants this job.
You want to weigh in and tell me what you think should happen? Like, absolutely. I'll do
They
that.
told me a lot what they think should happen.
Me too.
Very, very personal, detailed ideas of what I should do with myself.
Easy self-care ideas for your body and your mind. Be kind and gentle with yourself. The journey to prioritizing yourself and your well-being isn't linear or simple. And in a way, you need to practice self-care in your approach to self-care.
Don't beat yourself up about it.
Yeah.
Things happen, you screwed up, move on, right? That's it.
Unless you're trying to put furniture together or something, it's okay to just cuss and throw stuff.
That's one thing IKEA needs to change. Like when you buy, and they always have like the little drawing of people.
Indeed.
And the guy's always smiling. And I'm like, I don't think it should be smiling.
No.
He should be pissed off.
Right.
And I can't remember what they call it when it's just like asterisks and exclamation points. Like these are the words coming out of his mouth.
Right. Can we
For
make the
every
pieces bigger,
step
too?
that they have, right, he should be cussing.
I just get carpal tunnel putting those doggone nuts on there.
How many Allen wrenches do you have in your home?
I throw them away now.
Do you?
I can't stand it.
I have an S-ton Allen wrenches.
Right.
Look, they come in handy, man. They really do.
Sure. Handyman, I get it.
I got Alex wrenches. They're fancier.
Oh, I see.
Alex wrenches.
It doesn't fit anything, Mike.
Speaking of handy, incorporate some desk-friendly exercises.
The hell's a desk-friendly exercise?
Well, I think we know.
Yeah.
Set a timer for 1 to 2 minutes and allow yourself to simply sit quietly at your desk.
That's why if someone ever
All
puts
right.
an office chair out front of their house, like, I'm done with this, don't pick it up and take it.
No, do not.
I'd take a mattress that they use before that.
I don't have a place for it, but like I really like our office chairs here. They're
They're
great.
nice, yeah,
I've
they're
said to Mike countless times, like, man, I got one. Nah, it'd be nice if I bought one myself.
That's right.
I'm sure that's exactly what you said.
So
There's plenty of
wanna-
extras.
You want to ask them where they got them so that you can order yourself one.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because they're all being used now.
Yeah, you could roll one out of here.
Yeah.
You could.
We could roll these chairs out of here. They wouldn't even know.
Yeah, but then we got to fit it into his Acura.
Strap it on top.
Yeah. Beverly Hillbilly, that mother.
Ted, did we see you driving out of the garage with the chair on your roof?
Is that what was on my roof?
I'm going back to fix it. Easy self-care ideas for your body and your mind.
Steal more.
Add movement to your work commute.
Oh, yeah.
To your work commute?
That's right. Adding some sort of movement to your commute. This can basically walking, biking.
Oh, okay.
You know,
I thought they meant like drive crazy.
Go almost all the way to work.
I feel better if I walk to like the light rail and take that in than if I just drive in.
Yeah, agreed.
Sure, get your blood flowing all the way.
Yeah.
And it's cheaper.
Honestly, that is one thing. Like, I like my new neighborhood. I do miss living just over a mile from work. That walk in was just kind of my meditative time.
You bet, dude.
It wasn't always calming, though. I do remember a particularly rainy day. You were not in a great mood when you came.
No. There were some days I come in drenched, man.
Hey, man, can I get a ride home?
Especially in November.
Those were bad.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Schedule a workout that you'll actually look forward to doing.
That's a great idea.
Oh, yeah, like a sport you like or something.
There you go.
Also, you don't need to look forward to every workout. Just get up and do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah,
I've been doing it with the push-ups. This is the first thing I do when I get out of bed now. Like, just do your push-ups.
Easy self-care ideas for your body and your mind. Reconnect with the people that you love. Try to have a dedicated hour to calling or video chatting with your family.
I do spend time on the weekends trying to call my sister, my brother, my dad, my mom.
Nice.
I normally do it in the car, driving around.
Checking with them, yeah.
Yeah, just make sure everybody's doing good.
Exactly.
That is an easy time, especially nowadays, whether it's going through your car or you have an old car, just put it on speaker. But I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you're just sitting there.
Exactly. Have a talk with them. Unplug as much as possible.
I do try to do that.
Weekends.
Doom scrolling is the opposite of self-care. If you can, dedicate time away from your devices or even create a no-tech zone in your home.
I do not look at the news on weekends.
Good.
Like, that's my heart. Or vacation. So, like, you come back, and I'm like, wait, what happened?
It is odd how happy we are when we come back, and then within an hour of looking at our computer.
Jesus God, yeah.
Oh, things are still on fire. Great.
And trust me, if something huge happens, like,
you'll know.
Yeah, I was on my way
That's the thing,
to a concert. I didn't look online. My phone just started blowing up. Like, you will not believe what just happened. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yep, same thing. I had no idea. A castle rolled over to my house. Like, did you hear? I'm like, what?
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't, because news does not exist.
And it
in
was
my
so
home.
shooking. You had to, like, check. Like, that can't be real.
I know.
Not in this day.
Like, are you sure?
Yeah.
Easy self-care ideas for your body and your mind. Turn on your favorite song.
Oh, music is great.
It's great during self-care.
Yeah, especially when you're cooking or whatever. You don't need to watch
That
TV.
is my go time,
Just turn
man.
on some tunes, man.
Yeah, you know it.
And then when you're done cleaning up, music's still on.
There
and,
you go.
And you can sit down if you want to watch a show then. But I used to do that. But the bummer was I had to flip the album over. Wow, 35 minutes with that fast?
Consciously engage in each of the 5 senses. Notice 5 things that you can see, 4 things that you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste.
Well, if you masturbate right, you'll hit all those. What is that smell? It's self-care.
Oh, Lordy. Take your shoes off and step on the grass or sand.
There's something nice about rolling barefoot, man.
Yeah. Just not this time of year because the grass is all dry and pokey. It hurts.
It is a little dry and pokey. Just a little bit. It's like...
Right, my dog loves rolling in it, but doggone it, I got to put shoes on, man. It hurts.
Why is the only green thing on my lawn is crabgrass? Right, the grass is just brown, but then I'm like, these little green spots, I'm like, oh, it's crabgrass, cool.
And that's a conversation we've had on the podcast a bunch. New episode out. What's better, a beach house or a lake house? And the main selling of the lake house, fresh water, and when you get out, you step it on grass.
Yeah, there is that.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But the ocean makes a better sound, man.
But there's no waves. You got me on that.
I hate sand. So I'll take
I
fresh
don't
water.
love sand, but I'm not always in the water. Like, so if I have my beach house, the idea is the windows open, I'm still hearing the ocean. It's relaxed.
I am the doggone Hayden Christensen Anakin Skywalker, man. I hate sand.
I cannot believe how much you hate sand.
It's garbage. It is trash.
Sand is garbage.
Sand
You go to the
sucks.
dunes every year.
It's dry AF, and I'm on my doggone ATV,
But
man.
it's sand.
I'm in boots and all
the
kinds
whole
of
thing
gear.
is sand. There's no other thing that you do like that. It's just sand. Like, people go to the beach, but maybe they'll make a sand castle.
I'm not-
They don't spend the entire day riding around in sand.
Right, I'm tearing it up. I'm leaving my dust behind on it. I'm riding on top. I'm dominating the sand. I hate the doggone sand. It sucks.
You
It
hate
gets in
sand.
everything. When I try to wash off my doggone quad, I have to make sure that I doubly wash it because if there's any sand left over, it's going to mix in with the water and rot my stuff. I hate sand.
I personally like sand.
Damn near killed me, that friggin' sand.
Mike doesn't even like rocks.
I know.
I prefer talc. That's a softer rock.
Yes. We learned that early.
I will say this. I like swimming in salt water, too. I hate the rocky beaches, though. I didn't have my Aqua Socks, Mike, and my feet were hurt.
And then the number one easy self-care idea for your body and your mind. Try meditation or breath work. Meditation comes with a host of benefits. It calms your mind, boosts energy levels, sharpens your focus, and so much more. If you're not sure where to get started, the Peloton app offers a meditation.
Oh, the Peloton app.
Thanks, Peloton.
Thanks, guys.
They invented it.
Oh, meditation. We got this down. The monks have no idea what the hell they're doing.
You might be Buddhist.
Peloton.
Now you guys know where that list came from.
There's some monk, man. He's on a bike in a penthouse.
You can do it. Just
His
concentrate.
whole room is empty. Just this one bike looking out. And he looks over, and there's a monk chick on another bike in the other apartment across the street.
Oh, God.
Just relax.
A drug-dealing duo was arrested in Kentucky, and you'll never believe what gave them away, Miles.
What gave them away?
Tell you all about it at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. Let's get a contestant on the line for Profile This at 206-803-ROCK. Have we made it to drinking time?
Hey, it's Tiki Barber with 2 words any business owner wants to hear: extra income. Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for Seattle businesses to assist with local deliveries. You get paid for each package delivered. Amazon Hub Delivery has no startup cost, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience required. If you're a Seattle business ready to assist with local deliveries, sign up today at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
There are any number of reasons you might consider selling your home. That's where an agent who is a realtor comes in to navigate the process to sell your home in a way that's right for you. Because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
Coastal Farm and Ranch, we're just what the country needs.
On July 24th through the 28th, it's buy 2, get 1 free on Country Companion Feed. Buy 3, get 1 free on Sunglow Show Feed. And buy 3, get 1 free on large bags of Purina Feed.
Coastal Farm and Ranch, we're just what the country needs.
Get more feed for less this week at your local Coastal.
Question for you. What business couldn't use extra income? Hey, it's Tiki Barber. Right now, Amazon Hub Delivery is looking to partner with ambitious Seattle businesses to become Amazon Hub partners. You and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area when it's convenient for you. And with each package delivered, your business gets paid. Sign up at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
A lot can happen between falling in love with a house and owning it. Having an advocate who can help you navigate negotiations, timelines, inspections, and more can make all the difference. That's what the expertise of a Realtor can do for you, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
From fields to forests, warehouse to worksite, and shipping to storage, Pape delivers premier capital equipment solutions that keep the supply chain of the West moving. Pape keeps you moving.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith from the Men's Room. And did you know I have a podcast? Well, I do. The Podcast. New episodes uploaded every Wednesday on the Odyssey app.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the Men's Room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drink time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Steve at Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today we toast London, England.
London?
Yes. London. Since the year 1237, London has awarded the Freedom of the City of London Award. And it's given as a thanks to individuals for their contribution to London or public life or to celebrate a very significant achievement. One of this year's recipients was 25-year-old Anna Landry for her contribution to computer science and disability campaigning. And disability campaigning is a particular interest to Anna as she's confined to a wheelchair. Anyway, she was invited to the ceremony to accept her award. Unfortunately, she cannot collect her award on stage because in spite of her disability campaigning, the stage was not wheelchair accessible.
Come on.
She was bent out of shape. She's like, look, I tried to keep my cool. You know, they invite me to this place, the Mansion Hall or something like that. It's a big effing deal in London. So she rolls in. It's all good. They call her name. You know, people are clapping. She rolls a wheelchair up there and can't get up there. So they had to lean down and
here you go,
hand it to her. Yeah.
Somebody's got to think of that beforehand.
You would think if that's the person that you're giving the award to. But we drink. So we pour this booze, and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies.
Down the hola bitola. The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Steve at Thrill Hill, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played?
I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Now, unfortunately, our caller just dropped the F off. Thanks for calling, by the way. So, gentlemen, it's the three of you. And today we have the wonderful world of drugs. We have Bite Me. In other words, what did someone find in their food? And finally, interior decorating, where you got the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone.
If you guys would allow me, Steve, which one do you want to read today? Which category would you like us to do?
I didn't realize Mike was going to wear his knee pads to work today.
Hey, he's got soft lips. I'm going drugs today.
Drugs.
Trying to do something nice.
I know. You have to kiss his butt that bad. Jeez.
Wow.
Mike works the front.
I know. Well, I tried to make a joke about butt kissing. You guys were like, yeah, it's got soft lip. Like, oh, Jesus.
And stepkids.
Amanda Gale. She appeared in court to face charges of assault with a weapon and obstructing a peace officer. According to court documents, Gale and her boyfriend took drugs together, after which Gale started having a bad reaction. So bad that she stabbed her boyfriend as he was trying to comfort her, then left the residence to seek help. Deputies responding to the incident reported finding her in a vehicle of a passing motorist. When Gale was taken into custody and placed in a patrol vehicle, she began kicking the windows from the inside. Multiple officers were required to, quote, de-escalate her. 22-year-old Gale, she was taken to jail where she was read her rights and interviewed. And after acknowledging that she understood her rights, she admitted to stabbing her boyfriend near his heart and said she did, quote, what she had to do. Now, the victim was taken to Bozeman Health Hospital for treatment with non-life-threatening injuries. Now, the question is, what drug was she on that made her stabby and kicky? Was she on meth, crack, bath salts, or acid? So meth, crack, bath salts, or acid.
I feel like that kind of crazy generally lends itself to bath salts, so I'm gonna go salts on this one.
Salts from Mike. You know, I've never had any kind of experience like that on acid in my life, and I've taken a lot of it. So I'm going to go acid.
All right, I'll go stereotype with Montana and just say methamphetamine.
Methamphetamine. Okay. What was she on? Meth, crack, bath salts, or acid? We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber with 2 words any business owner wants to hear: extra income. Amazon Hub Delivery is looking for Seattle businesses to assist with local deliveries. You get paid for each package delivered. Amazon Hub Delivery has no startup cost, no long-term contracts, and no delivery experience required. If you're a Seattle business ready to assist with local deliveries, sign up today at amazon.com/hub delivery. That's amazon.com/HUB delivery.
Selling a little or a lot? Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage, to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage. Shopify's here to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell everywhere. From their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system, wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout. 15% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms. And sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the US. And Shopify is the global force behind Allbirds, Rothy's, and Brooklinen, and millions of other entrepreneurs of every size across 175 countries. Plus, Shopify's award-winning 24/7 help is there to support your success every step of the way. Because businesses that grow, grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too, with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
It's Kia of Puyallup's 29th anniversary savings event. It's the best time of the year to save on the Ready for Adventure 2024 Kia Sportage or the best-selling Kia Telluride. Plus, every new Kia from Kia of Puyallup is backed by their lifetime powertrain warranty and oil changes for life as long as you own the car. Don't miss the Kia of Puyallup 29th anniversary savings event, only at Kia of Puyallup, Highway 167 and Valley Avenue Northeast. Kia of Puyallup since 1995.
99.9 KISW. We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Category Shrugs on profile. This we got a woman who was in court after an assault charge. She stabbed her boyfriend while they were both doing drugs.
That's correct.
Took multiple officers to contain her and get her arrested. Question is, what drug was she on? Meth, crack, bath salts, or acid?
Well, let's start with Mike Hawk. You went with bath salt. You're right. Typically, when people do bath salts, nothing productive happens. And it often ends in violence and sometimes cannibalism. Let's see. D. Ted Smith, you went with the old methamphetamine.
The classic.
It is the classic. But no, it was not methamphetamine. And Miles, you said you have done a lot of acid and you've never had an acid trip where you felt the need to do anything that she did.
Correct.
And you're correct.
Okay.
Yeah. She's not made for acid.
Jeez, it is. Now, for all TV news all the time, it is time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
I've been in Montana a lot. Meth or acid with the two choices.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are they dropping a lot of acid around? Like, meth is not, I feel like meth is everywhere. But
he's still running some old school hippies in Montana, man. It's fun.
That makes sense.
All right, your choices. You got the Jimmys.
Fallon and Kimmel.
Seth Meyers. Stephen Colbert. Tomlinson. Or Ted Smith.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It is right there. The title line guys have teams of talented writers that help them come up with monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or can it be a The Ted Smith original?
The Oscar Mayer Wienermobile, one of the company's 23-foot-long nomadic vehicles shaped like a giant hot dog, rode over in Illinois on Monday. But luckily, Joey Chestnut came to clean it up.
The Ted Smith.
Yes.
Yeah.
Send in Joey.
That's a good one.
He could eat a 23-foot hot dog.
How many feet of hot dogs do you think he eats? What is his average when he does the competition?
I don't know, but I mean, right, what's the length of a Nathan's hot dog?
6 to 8 inches, maybe.
Probably.
You got to figure he's putting down
5,
probably
6.
that many feet.
Yeah.
Damn, that's scary when you think of it like that.
Spirit Airlines have fired 2 gate agents in California for yelling at passengers to shut up. Who's yelling at a Spirit Airlines gate agent? When you choose to fly Spirit, you manifested that destiny.
Colbert.
Fallon.
Spirit Airlines just fired 2 gate agents in California for yelling at passengers to shut up. Who's yelling at a Spirit Airlines gate agent? I mean, when you choose to fly Spirit, you manifested that destiny.
I'm with gate agents.
Yeah.
Just everybody shut up.
Okay. Sorry, just nerding out a little bit over here. So Joey Chestnut, in 10 minutes, can eat about 62 Nathan's hot dogs. They are on average 6.75 inches long. So that's 418.5 inches, divided by 12. 34 feet of hot dogs in 10 minutes.
Damn. He can almost eat 2 Wienermobiles.
Right. The Wienermobile is obviously just girthier.
Yes. Thank you, Ted.
No problem, dude. Delta has canceled thousands of flights because of the worldwide computer glitch over the weekend. Doesn't it feel like you can never get a handle on which airline is the bad airline? Right now, we think it's Delta. But next week, some friend of mine will tell me that United lost my bag and my father-in-law.
Colbert.
Yeah. All right, so this is Lamore Morris for Kimmel.
Apparently, Delta has canceled thousands of flights because of that worldwide computer glitch over the weekend. Doesn't it feel like you can never get a handle on which airline is the bad airline? Like right now, we think it's Delta. But then next week, some friend of mine will tell me, United lost my bag and my father-in-law.
The Swipe is a new device that combines a combination of the Vape. There's a new device that is a combination of a smartphone and a vape.
Jesus.
A combo of a smartphone and a vape, and if you buy it with crypto, you can complete the D-bag trifecta.
Fallon. Myers.
That's valid.
There's a new device called the Swipe that's a combination smartphone and vape. Yep, a combination smartphone and vape. If you buy it with crypto, you can complete the D-bag trifecta.
That seems a little insane.
Yeah. A smartphone, and keep them separate. It's fine to keep them separate.
The batteries blow up on both of them. I can't imagine the combo unit.
So let's see. Some Olympic stuff going on. It's funny. Mike and I had talked about this yesterday, but it came up today again. The opening ceremony for the Paris Olympics is on Friday.
Right.
But soccer and rugby's tournaments take longer than 2 weeks. So that's why, the USA men's team played today. That's why you saw that debacle between Morocco and Argentina. And I think the rugby, and I think I think it's just the sevens in the Olympic Games, but they started today as well. But there is some crazy stuff about the Olympics. Celine Dion, she'll perform Friday during the opening ceremony. She's got to do one song.
I read this already.
Yep. $2 million.
Man.
Oh, if you're 20 years old, you don't know who she is. I mean, think about the last time that she released a song that was relevant. I mean, Titanic, was there a hit after that? But you go back, most people...
Yeah, my kids have no idea who she is. But if I said she sang the theme to Titanic, they'd be like, oh, her.
Celine Dion, I think, had a few more songs after that. Remember, she got 6, so she basically kind of... but they say they're also footing the bill for the combination. Celine and her family, they're paying a ton of money, a ridiculous amount. But this will be her first performance since she stepped away from the stage in 2022 after being diagnosed with
stiff person disease or something like that?
Yes.
It's not the sexiest name for a disease, but it explains exactly what it is. Well, good for her, man. I don't like her music, but I'm glad that she at least has the ability to get out and do the one thing that she enjoys doing.
And the Olympics are such a big event. I'm with you. I can't picture Celine Dion at this point doing the Super Bowl, but somehow the Olympics, I'm like, all right, that makes more because it's worldwide.
Right. And for the most part, I feel like the Olympics, it's usually older people watching. Like when I was a kid, I did not care about, there were a few events that I'd watch, but overwhelmingly it meant nothing. Now that I'm older, I'll even sit through frickin' gymnastics.
Yeah.
Because I can respect what they're doing. I understand the difficulty. But as a kid, I was like, watch this crap.
Yeah, correct. And, I mean, at the end of the day, too, the Olympics is a massive money-making this and that. So it's like, sometimes it's hard to it's hard to tell people about this stuff. It's like I saw a stat today. Basically, the Olympics, they want to make sure all their sponsors are happy.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you tried out some CEOs. They're like, ooh, Celine Dion.
Yeah.
I saw an interesting stat today. I forget where I saw it, but it was just talking about the 4 major sports leagues in the United States and where their revenue comes from. And it's like, it's just hilarious because it's like people are always like, well, I paid for my ticket and this and that. And it's like, I get the sentiment, but like the NFL, I mean, I think 60, almost 70% of their whatever billion they make, and they make so much more, it's just from TV rights.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're right. Like, yeah, about the ticket, I should, and you're right, but the NFL's not sweating you.
Correct. They don't really care.
Yeah, and they don't have to.
No, I mean, that's why nowadays, and look, have I done it? I don't know that I actually have done that. But you've done it, right? You've been a Ravens fan in a away team stadium.
Yes.
Like, it used to be, to me, when I grew up, it was like unheard of that another team would, like, you'd see some of their fans, but there wasn't many. Now it's like a thing, and people travel.
Absolutely.
But it's also the reason I think they can get tickets and stuff is like the I don't know, maybe the one thing the NFL didn't do good is just the home viewing experience now. It's just amazing.
It really is. So when you look at the ticket costs, you're like, well, definitely get a better angle watching it on TV, etc.
And there is a percentage of people who go to every single home game if they're a season ticket holder. But there's weekends when you have a wedding or you're out of town or something like that in it, you should be able to sell that to the highest bidder no matter where they're from.
Right. And when you talk about viewership, especially for the NFL, you got to put into account, especially the last decade, all the quote, all the nerds getting involved.
Yeah.
Right? That don't even really like football, but they love fantasy sports.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, like,
man.
hey, they're at least watching Red Zone at home. So, like, that adds up to a lot of it, too.
Yeah, back in the day, man, when the Seahawks would always play, it was always the Cardinals' last home game. It was always right around Christmas time. Just pouring down rain. The Cardinals sucked. The Seahawks weren't making the playoffs. I'm like, does anyone want these?
Right.
Yeah, it is tough.
Yeah,
I will say last year, though, on New Year's Eve, man, I went to see the Hawks play the Steelers. And it was a nice sunny day.
You never know what you're going to get. That's why I say, like, Seattle is like the second most miserable football city based on pictures on social media, what people look like. It rains half the games, people.
Because it's wet.
It's not. Weather's not conducive to smiling.
We should just play the first half of the season here at home.
Exactly.
And just be on the road the rest of the
And for some reason, people hate the rain more than the snow.
Yeah.
Right? So the Bills.
I know why.
And
it's different.
It's wet.
Right, that is the entire.
I mean, and I'm going to piggyback on Mike. Like, obviously, snow is wet as well,
but it doesn't stick to you.
And the way it accumulates, like on your jacket or whatever, right? Whereas, like when it's raining, and you would know this from, we had Sounders season tickets forever. You get those 40-degree nights, and it's just dumping rain. Like you're like, what's that? Chilled to the bone, as opposed to like standing outside, like. Right, you see something when it's like 35 degrees and raining, like just snow on us.
Well, and
please,
snow just on its initial sighting brings a little feeling of whimsy when it comes in there.
Well, you can make snowballs.
Oh, you throw them at Brett Favre. I was there.
Exactly. Like people don't really have a problem with snow until they start driving.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Snoop Dogg's headed to Paris. He's going to carry the Olympic torch.
Oh, he probably allowed to joint with it.
He'll be the second to last torch bearer. That's the word on who's going to hand it off to. And then I want to say LeBron James is going to hold the flag for the opening ceremony. Snoop Dogg better be careful. France doesn't play around with their weed.
Actually, I heard something about that before he went. But I can't remember if they figured out something. Because, like NBC kind of warned him, like, look, man, we can't control what you do. We expect you to be a professional, which he will be. But they're like, dog, you got to understand in France, man, like it ain't like it is here.
Correct.
And you don't know if you believe him necessarily because he is who he is. But he's just like, I got it unlocked, man. Nothing to worry about. Which to me means there's something to worry about.
Yeah. I mean, we're obviously, I don't know of anybody in here, but there's a pretty famous rapper there, Little Baby, right? I'm pretty sure he got popped when he was in France running around with James Harden at like Fashion Week or something. And I was like, damn, it just seems crazy. Like, you're a worldwide famous rapper. You can't get out of a little weed?
Nope.
Yeah. So he'll be there. I mean, I'm sure Snoop will be fine. Just somebody fly at Snoop some goddamn edibles.
I bet you that's going to be what he does. Didn't smoke nothing, champ.
Let's see what else. So I stopped watching this show a while ago, but the show Veep, very good show. It's going basically the numbers are going through the roof on this show right now, and people are going back to watch it. So just listen to this scene. It'll explain it.
POTUS is not going to be running for a second term. Oh, my God. I'm going to run.
Ma'am, give me the straight poopy, or is this for real?
It's totally
Yeah.
real.
Oh, thank you. Ma'am, of all the places that I have liaised, I have enjoyed liaising here the most.
Okay, guys, we don't want to get our head of ourselves here. We've got a lot of work.
We're going all the way. And for the record, ma'am, I always believed in you.
Well, I have to say that I believed in me, too. Of course.
Right, so obviously a president not running for a second term when they're in there is pretty rare. So they had already written it into the show, and then after this weekend, you see that happen. So people are like, "We got to go watch Veep."
That'll give you a very accurate representation of what's going on. Yes,
I would also tell people Veep is a comedy show. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I get it. People want to go see it. Kind of sticking with stuff that flies too close to the sun. The season finale of The Boys on Amazon, they had to put out basically a warning, as it has scenes of fictional political violence. They're all, and look, I mean, they had already had this thing canned and made it. This was way before there was an assassination attempt on Trump. So, but I like there to say, hey, just heads up, this was part of our storyline.
Well, and I don't know if it's in your info there, but they actually changed the title of the episode because it had something to do with like presidential assassination.
Yeah, it was called Assassination Run. Now it's called the season 4 finale.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Good move.
Let's just drop all this.
Yes. Well, plus, I mean, look, you forget about it when you live in the States that long. It still happens in other places, but I was shocked when I heard that. I was like, there's no way. Not in 2024. Right. But unfortunately, bad people are still out there. So, again, going back to sports, the NFL does a great job. Did anybody end up watching Hard Knocks, the offseason?
I have not watched Hard Knocks.
All right. So I watched, they have one more episode, but basically I realized last night, like, I'm getting played. I thoroughly enjoy it, right? Take my podcast, made some dinner, so I'm going to watch this episode. But I'm getting played because there's 1 week left of it. And by the time that ends, it's going to be regular Hard Knocks with whatever team they're...
I think that works perfect.
Yeah, it does.
Come on, Ted.
But I'm used to Hard Knocks being my, warm-up into getting into football season.
Sure.
We're not even to August yet, and I'm already like, I don't know, man. Right. What are the pads going to pop?
Hey, but training camp has started. I'm telling you, I can't explain it. Like, it's just this warm, fuzzy feeling that comes over me.
Well, and our boy Scott Hansen is already hitting it up on the Twitter like, guys, there's a few more weeks away.
Before 7 hours.
I'm on the way.
I spoke about this before. I've seen a couple people that work in the sports world talk about it, too. It is unbelievably exciting to see what's going on behind the scenes in free agency, in the draft, how they interview people. Like, it's super cool. Like, I'm glued to it. But I can also fathom why no other organization would ever agree to this again.
Are we at 3 preseason games this year?
Yeah, it's 3.
Correct. There's 3.
Because there's been 4 my whole lifetime. So
right.
That'll even
but
more
they added
the process.
They added a game.
Right.
So then they just got rid of one of the preseason games. And then now they're talking about going to an 18-game schedule, which you probably... Look, let's be honest. In a year or two from now, you're going to have 2 preseason games. You won't see hardly any of the starters. It's just going to be, hey, who's going to make this squad and not? And then you're just going to have an 18-week schedule.
Well, and they're talking about adding a bye week, too, aren't they?
I think they should.
Joe Burrow brought it up. So he said week 13. I think he said week 13. This is Burrow's idea. Week 13, everyone gets a bye week because that week would be basically the equivalent of their all-star game.
All right.
Right? Because
right.
So do all that kind of crap then, get rid of the Pro Bowl, right? Because you'll do it that week instead. And then the Super Bowl would still fall on the Sunday before President's
That's
Day,
all I care about. As long as you do that math on the 3-day weekend, that's all I care. However you slice it, you start earlier, whatever, just end it there.
Yeah, and I mean, look, we've been saying it for years, and I get it. Football's played on Sunday. It's Super Bowl Sunday. You know, most, even if you watch soccer, most of those finals are always on Sunday. Yeah. But, big-time boxing matches happen on Saturday. I don't know. Like, put it on that weekend. That'll be awesome. I also wouldn't mind the NFL just being like, all right, college is done. You already play some games on Saturday. Just have Super Bowl Saturday.
Yeah.
Nice and easy. Like we say every year. I don't care if you don't like football. You're going to watch the Super Bowl or go to a Super Bowl party.
Right.
Or maybe you're just going to, it's a good reason to order a pizza at your house and watch anything else, you know?
For sure.
Maybe you watch the Puppy Bowl every year. I don't know. You got to figure that out for yourself.
Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. You're listening to The Men's Room.
A lot can happen between falling in love with a house and owning it. Having an advocate who can help you navigate negotiations, timelines, inspections, and more can make all the difference. That's what the expertise of a Realtor can do for you, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
For those in the market for flavor, there's Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, a flavorful drink that's a modern twist on a Mexican street classic. With 4 vibrant and refreshing flavors: pineapple, watermelon, hibiscus, and cucumber lime. Made with a splash of real fruit juice. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas are perfect for any fiesta, small or big. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas, boldly authentic, vibrantly flavorful. Drink responsibly. Modelo Spiked Aguas Frescas flavored beers imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois. Hibiscus contains juice only for color.
Here's why April chose to vaccinate her child.
I think actually meeting someone who was not vaccinated and now has a lifelong struggle with a childhood disease really cemented for me that it's super important that we as parents continue to vaccinate our children.
Talk to your pediatrician or visit yvaccines.com. Brought to you by Merck.
Looking for a great deal on a John Deere compact tractor? Don't miss this special offer. Right now, Pape Machinery is offering 0% financing for 84 months on select John Deere compact utility tractors. Pick up a premium John Deere machine and start transforming your property today. Stop by Pape Machinery Ag and Turf at 830 Evergreen Street in Linden to get started. Financing offer valid through July 31st. On approved credit only. Eligible models include 1 Series, 2 Series, and 3 E-Series tractors. See dealer for details.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. Looks like a Florida woman looks to not be getting married this weekend after all. Meanwhile, if you grow weed illegally and post videos to social media, don't show your home. Fight and get a day off in Yellowstone as the park shows how it can kill you in other ways. In Las Vegas, the dumbness of some criminals will truly amaze. And an Uber ride brings back 2 20-year-old friends who used to work at a strip club. It's time for your headline.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my cop.
And our top story, we go to Kentucky, where officers busted a drug operation. They received information about a couple that were cultivating and trafficking marijuana in the area and were able to establish contact with them. They agreed to meet in a Kroger parking lot where the transaction was made. During the undercover transaction, the dealer told officers that she packaged the product on a thousands level scale and had just completed a 1,000-pack order over the weekend. Officers were able to use GPS to track the operation to a nearby warehouse, obtain a warrant, and bust the two, recovering 218 pounds of marijuana. All thanks to the fact that they shared their drug-making process on TikTok. Here's what we're doing, guys. Check it out.
I just think it is staggering how stupid people
Right, and I think all that they were doing was just making, like, weed gummies and stuff like that. Like, I don't think they were doing...
But you're in a state that it's illegal.
Correct.
That's all.
You don't put it up there. And especially when... I don't think people quite realize just how much information you're putting up, even just loading a video up onto the internet. There's GPS tracking on those videos. They have the ability to tell where, what Wi-Fi you used or signal you used and where to upload it to the internet. There's so much information that is just broadcast out there that you have no idea what you're doing.
Here's the thing. If you're going to commit a crime, don't tell people.
Right.
I've probably done 14 illegal things today, but I'm not going to post it on social media.
Right. You're selling your product in a Kroger parking lot when it's set up anonymously so that you don't get caught by the cops. God. Why in the world would you broadcast to the world? Because cops aren't on TikTok.
Even if I'm a cop, I'm irritated. Like, hey, man, I didn't become a cop to make it this easy.
Right.
I grew up watching police shows. Like, we got to do a little legwork. You made this so easy, I'm going to shoot you in the knee.
That's why I'm taking 10 pounds of your weed, and then I'm going to arrest you.
Yeah, then I'm going to arrest you. Hold on, let me smoke it first.
You're stupid.
Wow, that was really good.
God, that would be the punishment. They have to just sit there in the back of the car while you're just chiefing a joint.
This is good.
Hang on, man. I got to come down from this before I bring you in. Just hang on.
But you're right, though. I mean, if you're cultivating stuff in our state, like a lot of states, it's one thing because weed's legal.
Right.
In Kentucky, it's not.
Yeah,
so, right? Like there's, and you could make the argument in the videos. You just didn't see my state tag, even if you were growing an illegal one. But at least you could try to get around it. Like in Kentucky, it's just like we got an nest ton of weed.
That's right. Look at it.
It is ironic because Kentucky's known for really good weed.
Are they really?
Kentucky bluegrass.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Cool.
You know why? Sandstone, Mike.
Sandstone.
Sand. Weed grows in sand. When the silt comes down, they take that and they grow the weed.
I don't know, man. I've tried this stuff in Arizona. It tastes like dirt.
No, it's wetter there. It's called it's the bluegrass state.
Gotcha.
So they have vegetation.
Gotcha. Look, the guy hates sand. Just let him hate.
Okay, all right.
He can hate it. He's just weird.
Let me have my hate.
That's why you never watch Days of Our Lives.
Oh, the sand through the hourglass. Turned it off that quick. I'm going to get you a custom T-shirt about sand. I don't know how I want to word it. I just think it's...
You don't drown the roots in sand, see?
In other news, it's not unusual for temperatures to flare in the days leading up to a wedding. People are stressed, exhausted, and less than agreeable. But a woman in Florida managed to get herself arrested before her wedding after getting into an altercation with her fiancé. At 11:30 one night, the pair got into an argument regarding a prenuptial agreement that they were signing before the wedding. And the argument that led to the bride-to-be mercilessly assaulting the groom, eventually broken up by witnesses that were with him. She was arrested and now faces battery charges.
She bit the dude's brother.
She did.
Yeah,
Who was trying to break it?
He's just trying to break it up, and she chomped down on him.
Right.
Like, geez, man.
Like, I understand you're stressed out. And I don't... It didn't say what the problem was regarding the prenuptials. Whether she disagreed with the terms, whether they were frustrated that it wasn't needed to be signed at all, or what the argument was. But,
did you see her picture?
Yeah.
You should just be glad that anybody wanted to spend any amount of time with your ugly ass.
Yeah, no kidding.
Ugly, violent ass.
Yeah. And then you're a biter.
Yeah, sorry, man. At this point, I don't feel bad saying it. Like, look, I wouldn't have said it if you didn't do this, but now that you've done it, you are ugly and you are horrible.
You know those people that you just see throughout your life, you're like, they pop off. They're going to bite somebody. This one, you're not surprised.
That was in Baltimore. The big thing was, because everyone there, they're tough and they do this stuff. And they say, look, man, but don't mess with crazy people. I remember one brother telling me, he said, oh, no, look, man, I don't mess with crazy people. I'm like, what the hell's the difference? You're a good fighter. He's like, man, they do S like bite you.
Right.
Yeah. That was the whole thing. Like, man, people you think going to bite you, I don't mess with them.
I got a couple buddies that have shared pictures of their kids. I'm like, your kid's going to bite people. I can tell, man. I can just see it. There's a little excitement in Yellowstone. A video was uploaded to TikTok from a family on vacation in the park. The video shows a hydrothermal explosion happening at one of the thermal pools. Mud, rock, and debris shot up in multiple bursts occurring during the explosion, releasing a massive black cloud into the sky. Nobody was injured in the event, but the park bridge was damaged and covered in debris that needs to be cleaned before it can be reopened to the public. It's actually quite frightening, especially when you consider that it's a giant volcano that park is sat on top of, and now it's starting to burp. So, getting a little fun there. Just in case those stories left a bad taste in your mouth.
Thankfully, there's good news.
We head to Texas, where an Uber driver got a little surprise on the job one morning. In a video that was uploaded and has since gone viral on TikTok, we see an Uber driver pick up a passenger on a Friday morning to take him to his destination. The two exchange some light small talk before the passenger catches a good look at the driver, and we get this little bit of audio.
Busy this morning? Yes, sir. Always on Friday. All over the place. What's your name, man? My name's Danny. Man, I know you. You don't know me? Man, yeah.
So, what you heard there, the driver looks in the mirror before completely turning around to find that he actually knows exactly who the passenger is. The pair worked together at a popular nightclub on the other side of the state before eventually going their separate ways, neither of which believing that they knew anybody in the area.
You got to be kidding.
It's fantastic.
Have you seen the video?
No.
It's pretty good.
That's pretty cool, man.
It puts a smile on your face. It's two dudes, and you heard the conversation. It's relaxing. We've all been in Ubers before. Let's just get this small talk out of the way. Let's run our way out there. And pretty soon the guy in the back is like, man, I know you.
Yeah, but they're old at this point. Like, he's driving him to the hospital.
Exactly.
So, like, they've grown up a little bit. Yeah, they've grown up a little bit.
Right. What was it, like 20 years difference there as far as...
last time they probably saw each other.
They knew each other, right. So just gotta love a good old reunion there. Men's Room Sports. Mariners are on fire right now, and I mean a dumpster fire. Dropping game 2 of 3 and the 3-game series against the Angels and losing 5-1 last night. Wrapping up the series earlier this afternoon, and what do you know? They managed to give up the sweep and losing it 2-1. 7 innings. They owned it 1-0. 8 innings. They lost it 2-1. They got a mercy day tomorrow before starting up the weekend series against the White Sox, the worst team in baseball right now, starting on Friday. So, hopefully, we can get a little bit of
recovery. Is that a home series or is that away?
I
bet that's away because they just did Houston, then
it's got to be away.
Yeah.
It's got to be away. I don't know.
Maybe they need some time away.
Yeah, they do. The whole team. You know what?
What's the commercial? Want to get away? And it's just like the Mariners in the dugout, like, yes.
Mariners, why don't you stay here? Tacoma. You guys head on out to Chicago. See if we can't get a win here. Someone in the win column out there.
It is in Chicago. Trust me, baseball's the one American system that is set up for relegation.
All right.
Mariners finish that bad, send them down.
That's
Promote
right.
Tacoma.
You bet, dude. Do it. Absolutely.
I like the idea.
If you're looking for something else to watch tonight, there's some Olympic soccer coverage over on USA at the moment. As far as your weather, a little bit more of the same tonight and into tomorrow. Temperatures are sticking to the low 60s for tonight and warming up to a mostly sunny day tomorrow with a high of 74. Perfect weather to crack a nice cold Men's Room IPA from Black Raven Brewing. It's been known to be on tap here, actually, on the Washington State ferries on select routes.
They've got it. Some boats have it on tap, and the ones that do not have it waiting to replace whatever keg's on.
That's exactly right. We actually also got this email today from John. It says, as you know, Men's Room IPA 12-ounce cans took the place of, let's see, as the value beer for the remaining Mariners season. So if you are going to one of the Mariner games out there, we have 15 sections now where fans can find it. It's at the Hit It Here Cafe, section 116, 136, 141, 146, 149, 185, 195, 221, 243, 319, 328, 329, 330, and 341.
I think that's the big-ass can, too, man.
Yeah. Oh, that's the big one?
I think that's the big-ass can.
The big-ass can.
I think it is.
Either way, if you find it, shoot us a picture of it. We want to share it to our social media on there. It's also available in SeaTac Airport at Brew Stop Social.
That's a good spot.
If you want to go find those places there. So you can also find a comprehensive list of locations on the Men's Room page of KISW.com.
Yeah, that's my new spot in the airport.
Nice. That's it for your headlines. With that, Mike Hawkins out.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time. The head chef is back. Ted's Meat and Potatoes will play the game known as Big Dummy.
Yes, indeed. It's all true. In the meantime, well, we be all about this bitch. So until next time, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network. Oh, man! A Double Flush production.
Hey, it's Tiki Barber with a special message for Seattle businesses looking to diversify your income. Amazon Hub Delivery is making it easy to earn extra money. When you partner with Amazon Hub Delivery, you and your staff will deliver packages to customers in your area. With each package delivered, you'll gain extra income and exposure for your business. There's no upfront cost, no delivery experience, and no long-term contracts required. Sign up to learn more at Amazon.com/Hub Delivery. That's Amazon.com/HUB Delivery.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
It's one thing falling in love with a house, and quite another navigating the world of negotiating, mortgage lenders, and finding the budget that works best for you. Guidance from an agent who's a Realtor can make all the difference, because that's who we are. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors.
Coastal Farm and Ranch, we're just what the country needs.
On July 24th through the 28th, it's buy two, get one free on Country Companion Feed. Buy three, get one free on Sunglow Show Feed. And buy three, get one free on large bags of Purina Feed.
Coastal Farm and Ranch, we're just what the country needs.
Get more feed for less this week at your local Coastal.